Okay, we are live. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
What little technical difficulties as usual, but you know us. That's how we roll. I don't know if we've ever started on time. Maybe back in
No,
the day
probably
we
hasn't.
started
No,
once or
I think you're right.
twice. So today we have our mystery guest with us. I'm sure
Dr.
nobody.
Zed.
Dr. Zed.
It's not a mystery. I do
Represent.
this for the Sherlock Holmes, and I'm trying to. This is an old character. I'm trying to spice up my channel. It's getting like Gareth was mentioning about being in a reading slump. I'm not in a reading slump. I don't know if you guys are, but I'm in like the booktube blahs in a way.
The book
Is
two
this your
blahs.
Sherlock Holmes costume?
No, it's just I dress as Halloween sometimes, just as Zorro. No,
It's a very creative Sherlock Holmes costume.
Oh, well, no, I wear usually my old cowboy hat, but I'm wearing this nice one today for you guys.
Yeah.
Sorry, no, I'm having my own difficulties here. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
What's going on?
I had loads of difficulties today.
There we go.
Well,
Okay.
actually, you can prove that the last 10 minutes have been fraught because there's a boiled kettle in the kitchen without a cup of tea next to it.
All right, let's
Well,
see
you were
what's the
doing
lady.
videos all day, Gareth.
You what?
You were down by the beach and shit.
Yeah. Well,
Let's see.
to be fair, I had a cup of tea about half an hour ago, but that was half an hour ago.
Oh, yeah. I can't
All
go without a cup of coffee that long.
Yeah.
Let's see who's here. Let's see
This
who's
is
here
coffee,
quick. So
not
we
Guinness.
don't want. All right, Elaine got us all
Unfortunately.
warmed up for the chaos. Oh, you guys just had your yeah. Okay. Little man
Yeah,
says he's ready to.
Elaine goes before us every week now, I think.
Yeah, little man. Does that mean you're our warm up act, Elaine? I'm
Yeah,
just
she's our support.
Hey, Gareth, I was listening to
Heidi's here.
some Revolver today.
That Revolver, great album.
Yeah. Yeah, because I found out, I don't know if you knew this, but Paul McCartney plays the lead on Taxman, the lead guitar part.
He
I just
does.
found that out like last night. Still learning stuff about the Beatles.
Yeah, there's a book
See ya.
called Revolution in the Head, which is brilliant. It talks about every single track and all these different details
Oh,
about track.
wow.
Revolution in the Head, Ian McDonald.
Okay.
It's a really good book.
That down.
Heidi's here. Let's see. Greg's here. Hey, Greg.
Hi, Greg.
Hey, Greg.
I think he wants to flirt with you.
He's keeping watch on you, Al.
Appreciate it, Greg.
Little man wants to flirt with Olive. Is that what you're saying, Kat? But what's your supper tonight?
Oh, Chico's on the move.
Okay. Everybody's saying hi.
Oh, come on,
Saying
Chico.
hi. Two
I might get
bibliophiles in the house. That's right. Two bibliophiles in the house. Kat and Greg.
I know, and every
Hi,
time
Yuri.
I say Ginger bibliophile, I want to say reads.
I always want to say that too.
If I don't call her Ginger by mistake.
I've called her that too by mistake a number of times. Ginger bibliophile reads.
Yeah. But like my name, I tagged the classics on it at the time 7 years ago because I was wanting to read more classics, and I wish I would have just named my channel Alan 770, something like that.
770.
What's wrong with? I love your channel name.
Yeah, you've got a brilliant name. Although if it was just big hard books that wouldn't be so good. So it's good you added the classics. Just ending it on and is
you have a long name too. You have a long name too, though. So that's I don't know. I think my name's too long sometimes.
Oh, yeah. Alan! You just ruined the surprise. You just told everybody who you were.
Oh, geez. Oh,
you plonker. I might be able to. Chico just appeared. I might be able to show him to the camera.
I have a hard time seeing as it is, with a mask.
Oh, brother. Erie's here. Hey, Erie. Yeah, I hope you're having a good day too. Howard's here. Hey.
Yeah, I invited a few of my friends. I got a friend in Philly. I don't know if he'll show up, and another friend in like Akron or Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah, Greg, you got to take the read part out so we don't get confused anymore. It'll just be Ginger bibliophile and another bibliophile.
Another bibliophile. Yeah. And then we've got big hard bibliophile.
Yeah. That's right, Alan. You have to change yours.
I should do that for April Fool's Day. Big hard bibliophile. That's funny. I like that.
Hey, Greg, got a few Gregs in the house tonight.
Yeah, Greg at
That's me.
Ghost Readers in the Sky.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Bit of punning. Punning is great in names. Definitely. If it's a pun, gets a thumbs up from me.
Big hard bricks and classics.
What about Rangoons? Either you guys like Rangoons?
Is that some kind of coconut biscuit?
I haven't had one in a coon's age. Many moons.
I don't know that I've ever had one.
If they're what I'm thinking about, they're pretty nice.
Cats love some cheesy scrambled eggs. Those are delicacy these days.
Cheesy scrambled eggs.
True. Wow. The price of eggs has gone down a little bit. Did the price of eggs go up in the UK? Did you have that?
No.
issue?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Sorry. We had some stuff go up when Russia invaded Ukraine. Some of our prices went up, like our petrol went up loads and stuff like that. And petrol has been going up for a while, but I think that's more down to what's happening in Russia or rest of Europe rather than America, I think.
Yeah. No rush. Giving us time to pull up the spam, Dave. Oh, that's when we were behind.
Well, I talked to Randy today. He's
oh yeah?
Back in the I talked to him quite a bit, but he's back in the hospital, but he's doing all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to be going through some Carlos Castaneda coming up.
Okay.
This is like the second one, but big reread for both of us, but starting with the teachings of Don Juan, and then he's never read any Gene Wolfe, so I said let's I'd like to reread this whole Book of the New Sun series.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't tried any Wolf yet either.
Yeah, I've only been reading them for a few years. Tom at Tom L.A. Books turned me on to him.
Everything I hear about that series makes me think I'd hate it.
Oh yeah.
Well, it just seems to be like I might as well buy a jigsaw puzzle.
It's kind of violent. I
don't mind if it's violent.
Yeah.
But it seems to be a bit obtuse. And I'm not into I'm deliberately obtuse books.
Huh. Okay.
Like House of Leaves. I don't want to read House of Leaves for the same reason.
Oh. That's
it's not like that at all. No.
Did you read House of Leaves?
Me? No, I didn't, but I know about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gene Wolfe, I like him. He's got quite a following. A lot of podcasts and stuff. I like him it's like a pension kind of for sci-fi. Multi-layered. There's they say to read Gene Wolfe is to reread Gene Wolfe.
Yeah, that means you won't get it the first time, and on the 10th time, hopefully you will.
The best sci-fi novel of the last century, Neil Gaiman. So there you go. Oh, Neil.
All right, everybody talking about food and spring break. Hey, Pat. Paris showing up in your dining room.
Hey, Pat.
Everybody saying hi to more food. That would be awesome, Erie.
That's better. I need to do that before. I did a Desert Island Flicks with Ben from Grammaticus Book, and I was like that on the screen for most of the thing, and then I put a cushion under me, and it was like, there we are. That's better. We had like 5 minutes left.
I can't see the comments unless I get up close to it.
This is Greg is saying that everyone's so chatty before the show. That doesn't happen on my channel. That's because you start the show on time, Greg. We give everybody like it's because you're organized. That's why.
Plus, their chat is conspiring to try and ruin our timeline. And you don't get that on yours. You got people just.
That's true. Yeah,
chatting.
your shows get way behind in the chat. It's like 20 minutes behind.
I know. That's I'm trying to catch up. We're already behind before we get started.
It's impossible. It's impossible for you two, though.
I love that.
I've run errands on your live show and come back and still caught up.
Oh yeah, I hope you've settled in. Al, you're in for a long one, mate. So don't go buggering off in an hour and a half. Yeah,
I know.
Yeah,
I hope you've been to the toilet, right? Al.
I know. Well, you know how much coffee I drink, and that I will have to take some. I will have to steal a mirror. Steal a mirror. That's a. Greg knows what that means. It's a Vonnegut saying. In Vonnegut, like mirrors are leaks. They call them leaks. Like you can go through a mirror, and that. So I always say when I have to take a leak, I'm going to steal a mirror.
Yeah.
Greg's the only one who gets it. I only say it because he's here.
There's a phrase you sometimes hear over here. That's the other thing you do in the toilet, which is when you I've got to take the kids down to the pool.
Oh. Oh wow.
Yeah, we say that here too. That's not a UK.
I've never heard that. Well, I've never heard that.
Well, you can have to read a book's worth of chat. That's right. Cheese, pepper, bacon. Boy, Kat is really fixated on these eggs.
I need to get some eggs, actually. Thanks for reminding me. Kat. I had loads of bacon today. I had.
You got enough to make an egg sandwich after tonight's show?
I can't. I don't think I have.
Oh, no.
I've got one. It's all good.
Oh.
Yeah. Don't panic.
Yeah. Well, it's almost over, Heidi. Week's almost over. You're almost there.
Yeah.
Plugged in. They want to know if your mic is. You sure your mic is plugged in, Gareth?
No, it's not. It's not. That's one of the issues. I'm really hoping it doesn't mess around again because it's not plugged in. I can't plug it in. It wasn't happy.
Yeah.
It wasn't going in. Right. It wasn't going in the hole, ladies.
Oops,
okay? It was too big.
Yep. That's right, Elaine. Elaine's got it right. That's exactly why. It's Greg Allen start on time, whereas we are always grabbing tea or having technology issues.
Yeah.
So should I read them all out, Alan? You have a tough time reading them?
No, you don't have to read them all out.
No? Okay.
You did have a little bit of
late, but the boys...
Olive started going mad as well, didn't she, at 11 o'clock?
She what?
Olive started barking like crazy just before we went live as well, didn't she?
That's true. We had an Olive issue, too. She started going nuts. The Chinese, the girls ordered Chinese, and the guy got here, and she went crazy.
Nice.
I've
only just had as well.
No, Jenny, we wouldn't abandon you. Come on now. I think that's every parent from the sounds of things, Heidi. That's kind of true. It's like so many parents can't wait for summer to be over, right? Hi, Constance. Welcome, Zorro. He's not Zorro anymore. That's how we're behind already. He was what was the name? You weren't Zorro. What was the name?
Dr. Zed. Yeah,
Dr. Zed.
Dr. Zed.
Yeah, rename it. Yeah, edit my name here.
Too long. Hi, Alan, Gareth. Good time
Hello.
to see you, Dave.
So
saying
you're dealing with the comments better than I did last time. So you're not getting the thing where it keeps taking you to the ending.
No. I don't know what that was. It must have something on your phone because it was on your phone, right?
Yeah.
Don't join the party.
Sure, that's better.
Oh, this is when we finally joined the party. Don't forget to spank the like
There was
button.
that many comments before we even started. Bloody hell.
Yeah. Love Revolver. Gareth. So Heidi loves Revolver.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a great album.
I'll put it back over there.
Let's see here.
An old turntable. I had to fix the belt on it today. In fact, I hadn't listened to any albums in a few weeks.
Greg's very happy to see you, Alan.
That's that was the reveal.
Yeah, I think that was when
Snowman Unmasked. There is a British Big Al BookTube channel. Is that right?
Yeah, yeah. Big Al does.
There's a British Big Al BookTube channel.
He's a fancy reader.
Oh, there used to be Big Al books that Alex. She hasn't been on for like over a year or so.
Al's really good. Big Al does BookTube is a really good channel. He's not hard though.
No.
And he's not classic.
He's not classic.
Alan, do you ever read any small books?
I read Lovely by I forget Irish writer. Or no, not Lovely. It was Foster. That was really short.
What was the name?
Foster by
Monster?
Irish. Yeah, I forget her name. Pat will know if she. That was really thin, fast one.
Thin and fast.
Yeah, I mean, a book like 266 pages is pretty fast. Day or two.
So how many pages? Just generally, I mean, everyone's different, but how many pages a minute? I mean, an hour you read?
I was going to say a minute.
I don't know. I listen to audiobooks on 1.5.
Okay,
that's not extremely fast.
No, well, fast for me. I can only do 1.2.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I read nonfiction faster than novels.
Yeah. Huh. All right. Let me catch up here. What are you reading, Gareth? That you're a big hard bibliophile.
What are you reading?
On the spot.
You're a big hard bibliophile. What you're asking? What? What I'm reading that makes me a big hard bibliophile?
Did you claim to be a big hard bibliophile?
I've never claimed to be big or hard.
Oh, God.
Not at the moment, anyway.
Okay, I guess that answers that question.
Yeah, so there, asked and answered.
Well, it is.
I mean, the night is young.
Oh my!
Yeah, we speak his name 3 times. Hey, Randy.
Hey, Randy.
Oh, hey, Randy.
Brian's here too.
How you doing, Bob?
Randy and Brian are interesting because I always think it's important to remember that Ray is literate and Brian is bookish.
Bookish Texan and literate Texan, yeah.
Yeah, so by the same token, Brian is not literate and Randy is not bookish.
Mm. Sounds like the Miller analogy test. Gotta still remember the thing.
The plan is still to come to New York City, yeah.
God can either abolish all evil or he will not. If he will not, he is not all good. And if he cannot, he is not all powerful. How about that one?
Yeah, that's what she said.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I convinced him to come to New York, Heidi.
Yeah,
after
so the plane gets hijacked. After I
made him mad at me. Jenny,
guitar. The YouTube police is here. I knew it wouldn't take them long. We haven't even started talking about prison yet.
The YouTube police. Who's the YouTube police?
Who's the YouTube police?
Okay, but it's making me nervous.
Who?
Somebody has like their channel name is the YouTube police.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right, let me catch up here.
Yeah, maybe it's right here.
Akatar. Who's reading Akatar? Eggs. How you feeling, Randy? Macaroons. Everybody wants to know how Randy's doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Castaneda, great reads. Is that? Wait, did
That's
you
what
hold
he's
that up,
reading.
Alan?
That's what he's
Trilogy,
reading.
yeah.
Right?
Yeah. What's
And,
that about?
go through it. It's about the teachings of this, like this sorcerer named Don Juan. He's like a Spanish Mexican magician.
Mhm.
That's that he can really create things in reality. It was later exposed to be fraudulent. Castaneda. He put it forth like a PhD dissertation back in the 60s, and that and as nonfiction. But I like to read between the lines in that. You know, I'm not all against it as a work of, you know, it's a work of something.
Yeah. Look at something.
Yeah, even if it's fiction, it's.
We don't need to pigeonhole it.
Well, no, he's like he talks to animals. He does a lot of peyote and that, even gypsum weed. Like you can buy gypsum weed seeds and boil them up and drink it if you want. I mean, you'll probably lose your mind, but
Book Bud's in the house. Which Bud?
It's Joe.
Must be Mary.
Is it Mary?
No, I'm just kidding. Hey, Joe Mary.
Joe Mary.
Hey, we can just refer to it just as Joe Mary from now on.
Joe Mary, yeah.
That's your new name. That's your new name, Joe Mary. Hey, Jack. Jack's here.
Jack's here. Nice one.
Hey, William's here. Hey, William. Blues Travelers has a great song, Dropping Some NYC. Also, the musical Annie has a song called NYC.
I've got 4 of their albums, actually. I like Blues Traveler.
Yeah, you said you're probably not going to any music. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
John Pepper, though.
Yeah, John Pepper, harmonica player, yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody saying hi. Alan, what do you think of Gene Wolfe's short stories?
I like them a lot.
One of the collections.
Oh, that's it. He's gone now. You see, you've like made him leave the room.
Oh,
yeah, I have a lot of Gene Wolfe. Tom really got me into Gene Wolfe. This is The Island of Dr. Death and Other Stories and Other Stories. Because
the other stories is part of the title, isn't it?
Right, but
wait, it's called The Island of Dr. Death and Other Stories and Other Stories.
Yeah,
is that what you said?
Yeah.
Boy, yeah, like I remember reading The Death of Dr. Island, and I have some like notes on it, but I can't remember the story. So I mean, I don't know what that says about me. He starts out this story with a few lines from Gerard Manley Hopkins, Irish poet of old. But yeah, I need to reread them. I really liked Servium, the Torturer, and these the Book of the New Sun stuff. Anyway.
Okay, sorry. Let me just. Hey, Jack, people saying hi. House leaves a hot mess. Greg says. Okay, I mean, I heard so many things about it. I wasn't even going to touch that book. The Shadow of the Torturer.
Yeah,
right now
that's the first book of the New Sun.
Oh, okay. And she's reading Service Model.
What service model?
Good. Adrian
Gareth, what service model?
I haven't heard of that.
I've just put up a review that you'll see on Saturday, I think it is.
Okay.
So, probably the longest book review I've recorded, I think.
You gonna give him the gist of what it is?
It's about I'll tell you how it begins, because it changes a lot through the story. There's a bit of a Wizard of Oz feel to it, but basically a robotic valet, so like a butler character that's an android, kills his master in the first couple of pages. And it goes from there.
Oh yeah, maybe you shouldn't say that.
Yeah, but it's really good because there's lots of mystery to it, and then it gets solved by the end of it, and you go, that's what it's been all about. It's really good.
So Elaine says to remember Alan to tell us about the tats.
Oh yeah, you're gonna take all your clothes off or something.
Yeah, I heard. Right? Isn't that what you're saying before the show? That you're going to get naked?
I didn't say that.
I think Al said that Dave was dancing provocatively in a video last week, and he had to best it by taking his clothes off.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, I
can't do either of those things.
It was a lot better, Dave. I was more embarrassed by who I tagged. I tagged like, oh man, I had Roz and Hannah and Jack from I always forget her name too.
Are you worried that you just look like you just wanted to see them belly dance? Is that what you're worried about?
Yeah.
That's exactly why I tagged Gareth, but nothing. Got nothing.
You ain't got nothing yet. Well, I sent that privately, didn't I?
I tagged these ladies, not expecting them to do like a belly dance, but there were prompts to the.
You wait till I do the pole dancing tag.
Yeah.
Are you going to do it, Gareth?
I don't know. Like I said, I'm a teacher, so I can't get too provocative.
Yeah, I like Chris approach on that.
So, did anybody do it after you, Alan?
No, Elaine's been threatening to on her live today.
I'm surprised there's so many chickens out there.
Yeah,
nobody's gonna.
You set the bar really high, Dave. You did a fantastic job.
I think Greg's trying to think of a way to spin it.
If you haven't seen this video, guys, anyone watching this, Jack from Sci-Fi Finds, if you haven't seen Dave shimmy and do all these great moves,
he did. The hip twirls,
yeah.
Mine was just Cats was good. Mine was just comical.
Well, Cat is a belly dancer. you was amazing because you're not a belly dancer. It's amazing you did it.
I am like seriously shy though. I seriously, I get like I've only been in a strip club like 3 times in my life. First time
on stage.
Yeah,
nice.
13 in Windsor, Canada, and then
hold on a minute. Did you just say you were on stage at a strip club when you were 13?
I've only been to 3 in my life, and I'm 60 years old. So they really embarrassed me. I went to one here in Portland about 5 years ago, a guy's birthday, like 4 of us, and I was just embarrassed to be there. They even served like food there and that. It's like, what?
Yeah.
I'm good,
Yeah, that's the problem is then they single you out. I went with I've also only been to a couple in my life. I was never really big on those. And one time I went with a bunch of guys from college, and I'm like trying to like sit back, to like just because I felt a little weird. I'm a little embarrassed. I'm trying to sit back, not be involved in all the action. And of course, they just zero in on that. They single you out when you do that.
Yeah, I mean, there's guys with couples there, with their girlfriends, and I mean, Portland has more strip clubs per capita than any city in America.
Is that right?
Yeah, even New Orleans and that. Portland has a lot of weird number ones per capita, like more microbreweries in any city. That's like more than Chicago and New York, but I guess they claim it.
Yeah. Well, in New Orleans, you don't need it because New Orleans is just in the streets. Everybody's in the.
Yeah, it's the same here in Portland with a plastic cup and that.
Did you experience that when you were there, Gareth? All the ladies?
No, I didn't. But there was a couple of bars I could have got into where I could have done, but just didn't because I assumed all my money would go, so I didn't bother going in there. But there was only a couple of bars. I mean, it wasn't out in the streets. It wasn't. I mean, I was told we met with a guy who had been to New Orleans lots of times, and we were chatting away, and he said that he thought New Orleans was a lot tamer than it was a couple of decades ago. So I don't know if New Orleans has had a reputation from, the 20th century rather than the 21st century, which is probably a little less wild.
Just like New York City and Times Square. They really clean that up and that.
Yeah, I have got a stripper story if you want.
Sure.
I don't know if I've said it before.
You expect anybody to say no to that?
Yeah. No, go ahead.
Yeah. But I told you about the Thailand thing?
No.
Have I said that on here before?
I mean,
Right. So
No.
In 2007, me and the guy who I formed the band with, Richie, we both had this 5-week gig in Thailand, right? In
wow.
Phuket.
Mhm.
It was an amazing experience.
I bet.
And there's a couple of things I'll always remember. And one of the things I remember is the strip club night. So this night where the guy that booked us took us to Patong, which is where all the strip clubs are, and he wanted to just give us this great night where we're going to these strip clubs. And that was one of my favorite quotes from Richie. Well, I'll get there in a second, but the quote is amazing. He felt really, really uncomfortable for the entire thing. And I was like, giving these dancers money, and I was nudging to Richie, you're supposed to give them money, and he was just like, he was just like, this is weird. And but we went in there because the guy that booked us had taken us there, and he was like spoiling us.
Yeah.
And anyway, these women were dancing at us, and clearly, like you said, they were fixated on Richie a little bit because he wasn't giving them money, and
Right.
this woman was literally in his face, and he sort of turned to me. He turned to me and said, "There's just no need for it, is there?" This is just the most amazing quote. We're in a strip club, and there's just no need for it, is there?
Strip clubs anymore, though, are like Dave Chappelle has a joke that he came home and had to explain the shit stain on his shirt, because they get, I don't know, this just from watching, they get right in your face,
Yeah.
So, what am I supposed to tell my wife? I was playing basketball with the boys,
Oh, God.
Yeah, a little intense.
So Jack is loving your hat, Alan.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, it's from New Mexico. It's she's got a website. It's
I'm hoping to finish
I'd
Lestat.
love to go to Mexico. I keep getting told Mexico is an amazing place to visit.
Yeah, man. I haven't been in decades, but when I lived in Phoenix area, I would go down through Nogales, like through Tucson, and park at McDonald's and walk across. Now you need a blue thing, passport,
All right.
or a regular passport.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool to go down there, mess around.
I've got a red passport.
Ah, yes, because you're English.
Because they have to be warned that he's coming.
Yeah, birds are coming.
Cat's reading Lestat. Vampire Lestat? Is that what she means?
Cool.
And switching, and then just started switching witches and Kindle. Okay.
Now I haven't heard of that one by her. I'd like to read some new Anne Rice.
MJ's here. Have you on television tonight?
Hey,
MJ. Hope you're
MJ
feeling
slowly getting better, isn't he?
More coffee.
Are you showing your?
MJ
What are you doing? I thought I've got a Kate Bush t-shirt on, by the way.
Poor MJ starts to feel better with one thing and then gets hit by another.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, she's improving her hearing, but yeah, she's got horrible virus now.
Heidi says, Big Al, I am listening to the podcast Albezo Soup to help me with the Book of the New Sun.
Yeah.
Deep
Yeah,
dive.
there's some amazing podcasts. Oh, I'm sorry, Dave.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, there's amazing podcasts for Gene Wolfe. It's like Pynchon. He's
You said it's a reread for you, Alan?
Oh yeah, I've read them all except for I don't think I've read the last one. Tom sent it to me. I've read the trilogy, and then there's another one called The Earth of the New Sun. Earth is spelled URTH. And that's like the cap on the trilogy. But
okay,
I don't know Heidi. Does she have a channel?
Yeah, she doesn't do. Yeah, no, she doesn't do videos.
No, Heidi's like ultra commentator. She comments all the time.
Yeah, I call them commenters extraordinaire.
She did.
She's not subscribed to my channel, I don't think.
She did do.
Don't judge it by it, mate.
Yeah. When remember when you helped me out, Al, with the we are asking the viewers to do the videos.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
she did one for that. Yeah.
yeah. What was that for?
That was just the viewers speak. Letting
That
the
was like
viewers,
their favorite books of the year, wasn't it?
Oh yeah.
favorite book of the year. Yeah,
Yeah, over the.
It was ripping off my video, but yeah,
Oh,
it was. Yep.
I was ripping
Well, you
off.
did it.
What's his
You
name?
did it for booktubers, and I did it for non-booktubers.
Yeah, I was taking off a Library of a Viking idea. He does it all the time. He asks 50 booktubers what he's having for breakfast the next morning. He'll do anything where he gets loads of people doing that. So I thought I'll do a bit of that, but I'll do it from us, our little corner, our little triangle.
Yes, thanks, MJ. Or as Kat would say, make sure to spank the like button. Already skimming comments, not 10 minutes in. I'm sorry, I try to keep up here. Is anybody saying hi? Not read Wheel of Time. Huh. Jenny,
Elaine's just complained that we talk. I'm not sure what they're tuning in for if they expect us not to talk. It's the weirdest criticism.
Alan Gregg says he's so over the stealing a mirror thing.
Yeah,
he doesn't like going for a wee now. That's what he's saying.
Yeah, I embarrass him.
You embarrass him when you both go to the wee.
Jenny keeps getting distracted. Well, she got 140. What is it? 140 series going or something? Rage is here. Hey, Rage.
Rage is here. Rage Biscuit is in the house.
Hey, Brian.
I didn't watch your dictator video yet, Brian.
Oh, yeah,
it's queued up. It's queued up.
Yeah, we will be watching it.
Brian, Jenny, Wheel of Time read along next year if you want to table it. How many read alongs you got going, Heidi? It's got the just mentioned the Le Guin one. You're doing the Le Guin one, right, Gareth?
Oh yeah, I am. Yeah. I thought you were saying that Heidi's already started one. So yeah, I'm going to do a Le Guin one next year.
No, 26. Apparently I'm doing it too.
Awesome.
Which is cool.
We'll start from the beginning. Ricannon's World. Yeah, that's the first one. Ricannon's World.
Le Guin, she's from Portland.
Huh?
She was from Portland, Oregon.
Who?
Yes.
Le Guin.
Oh, was she?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did not know. Lane Cat Jenny. Everybody missing each other, saying hi. It's never too big.
It's never too big, yeah.
Rage Biscuit. I do love some good innuendo. Always on this show, William. Always. Forget where it's supposed to go, Gareth. That's how you lose those privileges. Saying, what did I miss? Oh, you missed a lot of really important stuff, Erie. A lot of really important
first 5 minutes especially. You really missed a lot there.
Olive crushing on the delivery guy. They're like, you guys ever see those memes? You know, it's like your dog's perception of themselves, like when the delivery people show up and they're like, it's like a little dog, like all dressed in like a full knight's armor and everything.
Yeah. Well, I watched an interesting program about dog behavior, and one of the things that was an insight into something I never really thought about was that every single day, you don't want them to bark at everything that comes to the door, but every single day they get that intention they've got gets reinforced because that person goes away. So because that person goes away, the dog thinks, awesome, job done. I am successful.
Yeah, we're talking about it. It's a self-reinforcing thing because they think they're doing their job. They're scaring the people away from the house. And every time the Amazon driver turns away and walks away, and they're like, damn right? You come here again, it's going to happen again.
So anyone who owns a dog that doesn't want their dog to bark at the door, you have to invite the people in and let them stay for a week or so. And if you don't do that, then the dog's going to carry on doing it. So it's up to you. You either have the dogs barking or you invite these people in to stay for a while.
My favorite dogs are miniature schnauzers.
Yeah, you've got one, haven't you? Have you got one?
No, I used to. I've had a few in my life.
There's a great line in Best in Show when he says, "How do they get them that small? Do they shrink them?"
Oh,
it's a great film. Do you know about that film? Best in Show?
No.
It's all improvised. It's made by the Spinal Tap. Well, it's made by Christopher Guest, who was one of the Spinal Tap people. And he asked all the cast to improvise. And what he did, it ends with a dog show. The final part of the film is an actual dog show. And he got one guy. There's like two presenters for the dog show. One guy to bone up on every single fact he could think about with the dogs, and the other one to do no research whatsoever and say stupid things about the breeds. And it's brilliant. It's really funny.
I'd like to
It's the best thing about that film. It's
I
really
haven't
good.
seen A Mighty Wind either.
Yeah, same team. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Eugene Levy was part of that, and he was also part of the Best in Show as well.
And Squiggy. Or no, Lenny. Lenny and Squiggy. I forget his real name. The guy who played Lenny.
Oh, do you mean Michael McKean?
Yeah.
No. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
he was one of Spinal Tap, but he wasn't in. He was in Mighty Wind, but he wasn't in Best in Show actually. Yeah, but Mighty Wind was the Spinal Tap guys, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
That's really good. That
Going
film,
to
Mighty Wind.
bookstore next month near your daughter's college. Oh no, I'm not. I have to go on a business trip, so my actually the rest of my family's picking her up.
Well,
So,
next
sorry.
month, next month you might have a visit to a bookstore because you might be taking a British.
That's true.
Into
I'm gonna be taking somebody else to a bookstore. What did you say? Did you say you?
This is as long as I don't die on the plane, right?
The what?
As long as I don't die on the plane, if I say it enough times, it won't happen. I'll jinx it away. So it's not gonna happen. There's been no hijacking. Everything's fine, and America is loved by everybody.
You said you wanted to go to the Strand, right?
The Strand. I just need to go somewhere where we can hang out, and Ali, my wife, is going to be happy in her TJ Maxx. It's going to be the biggest TJ Maxx you can find because she's chronically shy and she doesn't want to meet you. But she also is happy for us to hang out, but she has to have a TJ Maxx to look at.
All right. Well, Heidi, we'll get video of whatever store we go to together. Still good.
And if Mary or Joe are still there, they might want to comment about that as well.
Yeah. Mary Jo. Joe Mary.
Jamari. Mary. Jumanji. Let's call him Jumanji.
Oh, Pat chimed in, Alan. It's Foster by Claire Keegan.
Claire Keegan's an Irish writer, isn't she?
Yeah. That was a real thin book.
I also read Leonard and Hungry Paul by Ronan Hession, not long.
Yeah, that was a relatively thin book when you were asking about thin books.
What was that about?
Oh, two guys in Ireland, middle age, still living at home and that. And it's a real non-eventful book in a eventful way because there isn't a marriage in it, but it's like these guys get together and play board games and talk. They've been doing it
more like a character piece, do you think?
Yeah, but it was lovely in its way.
That's cool.
So you'd recommend it?
Yeah, I would.
I can't handle the thick
ones. It was fun reading with Pat. A lot of inside jokes.
Inside jokes, nice. That's never innuendo. You didn't even know you should make
it's just dirty jokes. That's all they are. That's all these guys do is dirty jokes.
Oh,
Jenny loves them.
No, I think Al's made the dirtiest joke by saying they're inside jokes.
I
Oh.
didn't hear that.
So a Brit can find innuendo in anything.
All right. So here's where they get going, Alan.
Yeah, they're all.
Yeah.
So you and Greg don't get these people making these dirty jokes in the chat.
because your show's too
I didn't know
wholesome,
what.
Alan.
Yeah, I guess.
I was learning a lot tonight.
Dave thinks he's going to catch up. So girthy. Brian getting in on it, I guess.
Yeah, is he giving me a new nickname? Is he?
If it's ever hard, there's doctors for that. Sometimes the short ones can pack a punch. they're corrupting. You ladies are corrupting everyone else here.
You're embarrassing the guest. Oh.
Sometimes the short ones can pack a punch.
It's all about execution. Come on, we got a guest here. They can't even walk into a strip club, and you guys are hammering.
I think, is execution about Gene Wolfe? I don't know. No, probably not.
No, they're way down the dirty hole right now, Alan. It's going to take them a couple minutes to surface. You just have to weather it.
All right.
I ain't no literati. I don't get that reference. Literati?
Oh.
Saying that he will or he won't. The YouTube police. Oh, there's the YouTube police. We're so far behind. What was that a reference to? Saying he will or he won't. I don't remember.
The YouTube police?
Oh, that was about you getting naked.
I'll talk about tattoos if you want.
All right, let's hear about the tattoos.
All right, I like to show off tattoos.
Get them off.
Which one first? All right, I'll show you that. In Ireland. Can you see that shamrock?
Awesome.
Yeah.
That was in '96 when they had troubles and that. This fish kind of drank too much. You can't really see them. But I've got 3 girls' names on me.
3?
Yeah. Got
Who
this
are
one
they?
in Vegas.
Who are the 3 girls you've got?
Well, Molly, my twin flame. I've known her since 3rd grade, and we keep getting back together. It used to be every 10 years or so, 5-10 years, and then there was a span of 30 years. That was the most recent one where we spent 6 years together. I went back to Toledo, Ohio. But I kept coming back to Portland. I still kept my storage here. So for the first 2 years, I found 3 or whatever, I came and got it back. But I kept we'd fight and I'd go back to Portland. So, but then I've got a kid who's 25, and this is an old tattoo, and I don't even know if you can see it. Her name, Charity. Yeah. But I still have this elbow left. This is a Portland rose. Really hurts. Yeah, I don't know. I like Japanese style. I've had this. Maybe if I. And it's not much better. This carp has been gold, green, brown. I've had this since I was 14. Nah, I don't know. They're habit forming, just like everything else I love.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people say, right? It's once you start with them, then you just you can't.
I got a lot of shamrocks. I must have 1, 2, 3, 4 shamrocks. I'm due for another one.
So all of your tattoos on your arms then?
Well, no, I got this one from the joint. That one I showed during the. We had to steal blue ink from the print shop. This was done with a E string, the high E from a guitar. Back when they had band prisons, and that was back in '96. So it's faded out. I'm tempted to get it redone. It's just a Celtic knot.
Right.
But
That's kind of hardcore.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, this one's from prison too. It's a little like
That's like a Tom Waits line. That is what you just been saying.
the what?
Something that Tom Waits would write in one of his songs.
Yeah.
May
Like Tom
tattoo
Waits,
from a guitar string.
Yeah, he's still alive, isn't he?
Tom Waits, yeah.
Yeah.
He's
see
sad
that?
day when he goes. I still haven't seen him live, but he doesn't come over here very often.
Yeah,
But
is
I'd
he
love to
still
see him.
making? Is he still producing stuff? And
I think he did a few years ago. I think he brought another album out a few years ago.
boy, the last album I heard was the one he did like something Bone something with Keith Richards.
Bone Machine.
Yeah, that was good.
That album is absolutely brilliant. Bone
Yeah,
Machine. It's one of my favorite albums. But
I
he's
haven't
definitely
thought
done about
about it in a long
4
time.
since then, though, at least. But that was
Yeah.
back in the 90s.
Yeah, I haven't thought about that in a long time.
Yeah, it's a brilliant album. It's
That
it's got
said, you also. Sorry.
go on. No, I was going to say it's the song Black Wings it's got a line about Black Wings strangling someone with a guitar string.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
like a Garrett.
Pat said you also read Beautyland with
Angelia, that was
Angelia.
good.
Also not a long book.
Yeah, that was about 300, 400, but that was one of the best books I've read so far. I'm trying to read new releases.
so you're going to rename your channel Big, Hard, and Short Books and Classics.
Yeah, that'd be hilarious, man. What was I have to write these down? Heart short. That's funny.
I just
In
realized
brackets,
that
short ones can back a punch as well.
I need a Garbagus name.
it totally just occurred to me that Pat is doing her statistician thing again. She's gonna start listing off every book that Al has read under 300 pages.
Yeah,
I'm glad somebody is because I don't even use Goodreads anymore.
Yeah, I'm so bad with that. Do you do that, Gareth? Do you use it?
Goodreads, yeah, I do. I like Goodreads, and I downloaded Storygraph. Don't like it, so I'm just going to stick to Goodreads. I'm going to delete my Storygraph page.
Huh.
I don't see the point.
Because MJ likes Storygraph, right? Some people do like that better.
Some people love it, and some people slag off Goodreads, but I think Goodreads is fine.
Yeah.
So I was struggling to answer the first question on the confessions tag, which was give me an unpopular opinion. And I think I'm going to do the tag now. I'm going to talk about Goodreads and actually say it's fine.
Yeah.
That seems to be an unpopular opinion. Everyone wants to slag it off, but I think it's fine.
So Heidi gave you a list of activities for when you're in the city, New York.
Yeah. Well, yeah, she did, and I think because I'm going with Ali, then I need to. It's a funny dynamic. I can't just do what I want, and I also can't do a lot of what I want anyway because she wouldn't want to do it. So it's going to be, a few days of me trying to work out what she wants to do and stuff like that. So I know she wants to go to Little Italy, and I know she wants to go. I know she doesn't want to go to Statue of Liberty, and I think she's agreed to go to one of the big lookout points. But yeah, it's an interesting one. I'm not really sure exactly what we're doing.
You gonna check out Central Park?
Greenwich Village.
Suggested it.
Greenwich Village.
I think she's pretty much agreed to that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where like Cafe Y is. And
well, she was told, and I've heard anyway that that's a really good view of Statue of Liberty as well if you go to Greenwich Village. So,
I'm talking like I know. I've never been, but I'd love to go. I know I'd love it. I remember a friend of mine was a playwright at ASU, and he won some kind of like I don't know what it was. Like you call it a scholarship to study under. And now I'm going to forget. It was either August or Lanford Wilson, whoever the youngest one, that black playwright.
Yeah,
and he was fascinated with New York.
What I'd love to do is go to an open mic night and borrow a guitar and do a little spot in New York. I'd love to do that. But I don't know if that'll happen. I'd love to do
that. I bet you could do that.
You know,
if you go to Central Park, you know, down on one, well, yeah, I guess it's towards one end. You can see, not that so great, but there's the little John Lennon Memorial.
Oh yeah,
and then and then right across the street, you can see the hotel where he got shot.
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to see the memorial. So that's and Ali would know that I'd want to see that because she knows how much I love John Lennon. So.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the memorial's not great. It's just basically like a big plate, like in the walk.
Strawberry Fields, right? Spelled Strawberry Fields.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I've got a lot.
Yeah, I mean, memorials. It's more about what the memorial is for than what it looks like. Quite often, isn't it? I mean, I like to see it.
What's your favorite Lennon album?
The Lennon album. Mind Games is good. I like the rock and roll album. But I think his best work was with the Beatles anyway.
Oh, I love his first one, Plastic Ono Band.
They're just about to release the film of that concert, aren't they?
IDK. But it's not a picture disc, but it's a real thick one. Like it costs $35 when you buy the new album's really thick. But I always like the album.
Yeah, I want to see the new film, but I'm not looking forward to hearing Yoko Ono singing.
What? She's a live concert?
Yeah, the Plastic Ono concert, the one that's been out before, but this is the full concert. So you've only had like highlights before.
You mean Live Peace in Toronto?
Yeah.
Oh, they're redoing it. They're adding. I hadn't heard that, but the Plastic Ono Band album is the first time "Fuck" was ever recorded.
Yeah.
On Working Class Hero.
Let me catch up. We're getting far behind here again. Lock Ginger up there. YouTube Police is a content creator that happens to be a police officer. The internet is not my jurisdiction. All right. Well, welcome.
Wow.
Police reads like
YouTube
a
Police.
That's
amazing.
Good luck. Can't keep it. Yeah. Bookshop Pat also awesome with stats and information. Right. Boy drama. That's always good. Philosophy. Drama.
They're not that behind it, I think. But we're not that behind.
Good to know. Drama. Sorry. Catch up here. You guys can read these, or you need me to read them out?
No, it's all right.
By the way, my name is Garyeth. Most people call me Gary.
All right. Hi, Gary.
I'm wondering if that's my mate.
Can't say I love you.
I was going to say, that's not you, is it?
I'm wondering if it's because I've just been on holiday with my mate Gary, and if that's him just deciding to mess around, that would be funny.
Oh, okay. You are, Pat. You are the official statistician. Yep, you're the adult in the room, Pat. Good luck. That's right. Road cop would fit in well. Got a bell spam if they ever get close to catching up. All right. Well, we're not close. So just wait. We have a Gareth and a Gary. Yeah, I'm thinking you're right, Gareth. They will never catch up. Just thought I'd drop in and say hello. I did sub and hit the like button.
Nice one.
I would come across one at some point. Spelling on mine is a little different. So you don't know. Stories from the hotel's wolf. So Heidi's got another wolf on her TBR there. Stories from the hotel.
I haven't heard of that story. Maybe it's in there.
Saying hi, pleasure to meet you as well. Welcome to the chaos.
Nice.
He's no. Well, Dave has been cheating and skipping comments, but we won't allow him to. I didn't skip any. I just didn't read them all out. I haven't skipped any. I don't think, not intentionally. Do you have any bookish tattoos? Do you have any bookish tattoos, Alan?
I have like a fantasy tattoo.
Yeah, well, let's see. Which one? Did you say it already?
No, this guitar one.
Ah.
You see it?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. That way.
Mm-hmm.
Guitar turns into a castle.
Cool.
Aye.
All right, let's see. As long as you don't start.
You have any tattoos at all?
Me?
Yeah, or Gareth?
I don't. I would be surprised if Gareth has one, but when he comes back, we'll see. I don't. I'll get one eventually. I've wanted one for a long time. I came very close, like a couple of decades ago.
Yeah.
And then didn't. We were in a group actually, and somebody else chickened out. I wasn't gonna. I would have done it, but they chickened out.
So you're in the shop.
Well, not in actually in the
shop. Yeah.
But I really do want to. I think I will. I think I will.
Do you have an idea what you want?
Because
it's always good to go in and talk to the artist.
It might. I don't know if this sounds a little weird, but I've thought about getting the green heart.
Oh no! Yeah, it's cool. Do you know where you get it?
Yeah, I'd get it down like above my ankle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be easy. That'd cost you less than $100 maybe.
Yeah.
Because they charge you an hour. It wouldn't take an hour. Take them like 15 minutes, but
yeah,
they'd have to charge you for an hour. If it was one of my friends, I'd do it. I think I'm a liar. I don't have any like close tattoo friends, but I mean, I have two that I've been to before in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gave me the idea of one of y'all streams. So he has to do it. Yeah, he does have to do it, right? The belly dance tag. Gareth can't. Yours is awesome, Dave. Oh, thanks, Kat. I don't know about that, but I love.
Yeah, I mean, you put some thought into it and tried, Dave. I like it a lot.
I think I said this in a video, but I had to watch your. Not that it was hard to watch, mind you. But I had to watch your thing over and over again to try to learn the moves. Olive and Riley were awesome. My dragon version is coming soon. Dave was having way too much fun with his belly dancing. Olive, not so much. Yeah, she was like, "What the? I have never been to a strip club. Really, Jack? I took my wife to a strip club on our honeymoon. Huh? Yeah, that's what you were saying, right, Alan? You,
there's couples in there. Yeah.
Rage has never been. Yeah, I avoid such places. I don't want to be seen as a creepy old man.
Yeah, no, exactly. You're in there with your friends and that, and what do you do afterward? I don't know. It's just I mean.
Yeah. Thanks, Elaine. Elaine was just saying she likes our like that video. Not twerking, but might have to do some hip shaking next time I get around to the belly dancing book reviews. Got to finish a book first, though. Same way I'm not a sleazy tourist in Thailand.
Oh, yeah. I've heard about Thailand. I almost went to Bangkok for the Peace Corps. That's a story. Back in that, 1980, 84, probably. 1984. Remember when we were growing up and we were coming up on all these dates like 1984? Oh, that passed.
Yeah.
2000, that passed.
Yeah, like the Back to the Future one. That was a big thing. We were coming up on that. What was that? 2015 or something?
Yeah, I think it was 2015.
Yeah. Jack's going to Thailand soon. That's awesome.
Fantastic.
Man.
Jack, you'll love it. You'll absolutely love it. It's one of the best places in the world by a mile. I'm dying to get back. I'd love to get back there.
Jack did not go surfing.
Is that how far back we are? I thought we were a lot more closer to.
No, we're half hour behind. So let me try to get. Wonder if she got.
I'm not feeling very well actually.
Thanks, Heidi. You put
Yeah,
the tree.
I can't do anywhere near like 4 hours either. But
All right, see you,
hours.
Jenny. Jenny's got to work. Thick, spanking like buttons, strip clubs. What's going on tonight?
well,
Standard course, Jack. Standard course. Have a good night, Jenny. You're probably gone already. Hey, Margaret.
Oh, hi, Margaret.
Hi, Jenny. Good night. Everybody saying hi to Margaret. Oh, mine too. You guys 3 or longer. Yeah. Aaron, read a book. Are you doing the Hainish cycle? We are. We are.
Yeah.
January 2026, right? One a month, I think Heidi
Yeah.
said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Sounds like he wants in.
Aaron, you got to join in, Aaron. Because Aaron said that Ursula K. Le Guin is one of his favorite authors, or probably his favorite science fiction author. That's what he said.
Who said that?
Aaron. Aaron read a book.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Margaret needs to read Ursula K. Le Guin. So if she hasn't, she needs to join us.
Yes, Margaret, you came in right at the right time, right as Jenny's leaving. Perfect. Do you want to read Le Guin with us, Margaret? It's normally not your bag, I think, but the nemesis he tried to give you.
She might like it.
So exhausted, I may watch with my eyes closed. That's okay. You two, yes, 2 read-alongs starting in January. Wheel of Time reread and the Hainish cycle with the boys of Is This Thing On? Yeah. Wheel of Time, man, I would like to. You haven't tried that, have you, Alan? Wheel of Time?
I didn't read the entire series. What, there's like 15 books. I read the first few of them.
You did? Did you like them?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. How come you haven't continued? Just didn't get to it, or?
Oh man. Fantasy is not my real go-to. There's just other things to read, I guess.
Yeah, I really want to try it. It's just they're so big. I'm not big and hard like you, so I really have to think carefully about those big ones. You got
to think carefully about the big ones.
Yeah, you always got to think carefully before taking a big one on. You do have to plan ahead for such a big series. That's what I try to do for Malazan, and I just crashed out after 1.5.
Well,
but that should be easy.
I put a delay on Robin Hobb for me, and that's not that big, but I just wanted a gap. So I'm reading other things for the next Robin Hobb.
Yeah, right.
Joe's not very happy with us.
I know.
We well pissed him off.
I was reading Sorcerer's Apprentice with Pat.
Yeah.
For a while.
Yes.
Yeah, we just did that too. With are you going to go on in the series, Alan?
No.
You didn't like it, or?
No, I like it, but I'm like seemingly booked up.
Yeah.
Pretty straight, and I just wanted to read a fantasy book this year.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that one was nice because you could read just that one. There was enough closure to stop after the end of it,
Yeah.
Little dogs are super feisty. Oh, that's when we were talking about the dog guards. Yeah. That's right. It's the little ones that are the toughest. Olive picks when we go out for walks. So Olive is a COVID puppy. We got her like 2 weeks before lockdown. So she's not always super social with the other dogs. So sometimes she is, but it's always the big ones. It's the big dogs, which are always like the really kind, gentle ones. That's who she always has to try to pick the fights with.
It might not be a COVID thing though, because my dogs have always been crap with other dogs. Yeah. When they were little, because now they're so old that they shouldn't even exist anymore. But when they were really young, Ralph would growl at all of them, and Chico would try and shag all of them, and it didn't go down very well. Both ends of the spectrum. So, one of them wanted to fight one of them wanted to sexually assault the dog. So yeah, I had a murderer and a serial rapist as my two.
Yeah. No, it was. I'm convinced it was COVID ruined her because right before lockdown, she got to go. There was puppy play group, and she got to go to one before lockdown, and she had such a blast. She went crazy, running around, playing, and
That's lovely.
And then it was lockdown, so it was over. And
if Chico had met her, he would have jumped on the. Jumped on her.
Cats are more sensible. They don't meow at the door. Yeah, that's true. Mine runs away from the door, Greg. Yeah. Big Al, Big Hard Books and Classics. I just subbed. Listening to Slaughterhouse 5 now, too. Ethan Hawke is narrating.
I've still got Ethan Hawke's book to read. He wrote a book I've got called Ash Wednesday. I need to read that. He's written a few books.
Okay. Yeah.
I like Ethan Hawke.
Interesting. Cat Pip rarely gets off the guest bed when the Amazon driver drops the load. Yeah. The cats don't care. Brian. JB lives under the bed half the time, snoring himself to sleep over my head, and the other half the time. Oh, I got away from her. Can't use cookies as a theme. They would be They do like them chewy or hard. Oh, we have to do biscuits soon. We have to do biscuits.
Yeah.
Soon. Dirty holes. That's how you.
Have you brought biscuits with you, Al?
No, I had to go downtown today and do errands and stuff. I didn't make it to the biscuit shop.
What?
I was going to stop at McDonald's and get a bacon and egg and cheese biscuit. No. Those are the kind of biscuits I like. I don't eat a lot of sweets.
Alan, have you seen the show? Have you seen the show, Alan?
Yes.
You've been on the show, Alan. You've been on.
I don't even have a cookie. I have
whatever he's got, it's not going to be as bad as the time Jim pulled out the lifesaver. So, yeah, that's better than Jim's lifesaver. So we'll let you. We'll let that one go.
Yeah,
because you're gonna have to work on your memories if you're going to be this slow with the comments. Yeah, I know. Hey, Are we doing that bad? We're not doing that bad. Well, we're half hour behind still. Okay. Margaret, we need stories. All right, I'm going to catch up here. One video without a shirt on my old channel. Oh,
nice.
So you're not the only one going topless, Alan.
But I think William probably looks a bit better than I do, though. So
that's true. Brian wants to encourage Alan to write his memoir.
Yeah.
You thinking about that? Is that something you're actually thinking about?
No,
No.
My son Brian, I used to write back in the 80s and 90s and publish stuff in little magazines. I sent Brian a short story that I got like $35 for back in the 80s. I would send to contests and that. Well, I used to write. I've got it done.
What does that mean? Greg saying that Goodreads?
I just put an M&M.
Are you going into shock?
Greg's talked about that a lot.
That they deleted audio books from my account without my permission. What does that mean?
There was a thing where he's talked about it in detail on a couple of videos where he said that Goodreads made a decision that those audiobooks weren't books, and then they took them off.
Like if the version of the book you selected was the audio version, then they deleted that?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, they took it off their catalog, and then that meant it went off his reads. I mean, I don't read audiobooks anyway, but so it is silly, but it hasn't affected my interaction with Goodreads. So Storygraph is just an extra thing to do, and it doesn't seem to do some things that Goodreads does, and it's just a way of tracking your reading.
Yeah.
So I'm not really reading too much into Goodreads, but I mean, I enjoy using it.
Weren't real books. Yeah, that's all right. We miss you, Margaret. Gareth, I have some couple activities. Swing 46 is a nightclub with a big band dressed in zoot suits.
Yeah, I'd love to go to that, but I know that my wife wouldn't. She hates jazz, and I would definitely go to them. So that's why it's going to be like lots of things. I know Heidi suggested that before. There's going to be lots of things I would do if I was on my own. So it's just one of those things.
Yeah.
We're going as a couple.
You got to compromise. You got to compromise.
Yeah. And the day after that, the day after my birthday is our anniversary as well. So I'm going to try and make sure that's her day.
Yeah, that's right, Kat. That's exactly right. Back in black. I hit the sack.
Been too long.
Been too long. I'm glad to be back. What's that from?
The lines from Back in Black by AC/DC.
Oh.
I think that's Brian's way of saying he's hitting the sack. Maybe.
Is it?
Back in black.
Could be.
Maybe he's dressed in black.
There's a new documentary on Lennon and Yoko out recently. Loads of new footage, apparently.
Cool.
Yeah, but that might be the footage that's coming to appear in the cinema, which is the concert. I'm not sure. They'll put some documentary stuff in between.
Being close to catching up.
Not what it's called. I can find out what it's called.
Okay, yeah, you look. I'm going to keep going because I'm getting close to catching up here. See. Cat, want to know if you ran off to see if it was your buddy playing. Oh, did you find out if it was your buddy playing the YouTube police?
No, I don't think it was.
Dave, get a tattoo of a puppy emoji because she always likes to see those. That's what I always say at the end of the video. That's a good one, Al. I might get a little tattoo of that puppy emoji. You did.
Yeah,
you did
1-to-1. Called 1-to-1, John and Yoko. And it features the big concert, but there's extra footage in it. So it explores their life in New York City. And it's all centered around that concert they did, which has got some brilliant stuff in it. But yeah, I will probably go cinema to see it.
No, George Margaret, Harrison, we didn't. We're gonna. Sorry.
No, I was saying George Harrison, I think, is in that band, isn't he? Pretty sure.
No, Eric Clapton was, and Keith Richards.
Yeah, I thought they both were, weren't they?
Clapton. I don't think Harrison was.
No.
Nope. Live Peace in Toronto. No, they had Klaus Vormann on bass, even.
Yeah. Klaus Vormann was on bass.
In a minute, Margaret. You didn't miss it. Not yet. Thinking ragu.
No, we haven't had our biscuit moment yet, but I've got an extra little treat, which I'll probably waffle about English traditions.
Yeah. I assume the wolf references were the book discussion then.
How would you describe it?
Yes. They're well ahead of schedule then. Well, we're trying. I read Earthsea series, but not her bigger thought experiments. Need to. Yeah, well, we're doing the heinous cycle. So disappointed in me if I said I rarely finish this. Who would be so disappointed in me if I said I rarely finish a series? Is that true? Do you?
What's that?
Margaret rarely finishes a series.
Well, to be fair, I often think of her as reading individual one-off standalone books anyway.
No. Kat's got well over 100 series she'll likely never finish. I blame Kindle. They tease me with the first book free. It's a 20-book series I can't afford.
Oh.
Yeah. Little man takes a couple months to accept anyone. Franny does whatever he says. He was found years before COVID. Frisky Pups, Gareth. You Frisky Pups, Gareth.
Frisky Pups.
Your pups. Frisky Pups. Your
I
pups.
have got Frisky Pups. But I'm
going
to see a doctor about
it. Aaron was saying that. Oh, there he goes. There goes.
So I'll tell you all about it in a minute.
There goes his audio.
He doesn't have audio now?
It's my audio gone?
No, we can hear you, but
yeah, you sound like that weird. So Aaron was saying Le Guin's his favorite. Oh, he's going to come back in. My second.
I've taken a pit stop, rest stop, and I've been up since like 5 a.m. So, yeah, like I said, I can't do a long one.
Yeah, that's okay, man. That's okay. So,
yeah. I'll just cut it short,
You were, but what about your, you were going to tell us your slammer story.
Slammers? Oh, about like jails and that. We're reading Homeboy. It's kind of reminiscent of that by Seth Morgan.
Okay.
You know, I don't know. Jail in Arizona is worse than prison any day. I got a like she's as long as your arm, but it's all for the same thing. Egg assault on a police officer, which is where they in Arizona at the time in the 90s, and that they would beat me up and charge me with egg assault. So put me on probation. I really didn't like that. So I said, just give me the time. So they gave me a year, do 11 months, good time. I always got good jobs in prison, and I was 35 when I went in. So like that Aryan Brotherhood, they only deal with 30 and younger. So I slid by that, but I always got a job as a librarian or teacher's aide, but I had no problems in the joint, as I say. Just don't get in gambling debt. I didn't do heroin in there, so I didn't play poker. I had like a store. I did like a youngster to help me. Like get a couple of lockers they give you, and just like tobacco, candy, stamps, stuff like that. 2 for $1. I loan them one, they'd give me 2 back. So, gambling, I wouldn't, you can get in trouble gambling if you get in debt, like playing poker and that's a whole nother thing. But we would bet on like NASCAR and do like stupid boxes for stamps. Somebody'd win like 50 stamps, small stuff like that. But I haven't been in any trouble since 2011. Oh, and like I was saying, so I had a cop calling girlfriend too. So anytime and she was a party animal too. But anytime we'd get in a little argument or whatever, she'd call the cops, and I'd be my drunk ass would be taken away, and I got tired of it. I had to carry around like I won't get into all of that, but anyway, I would get in trouble for the same thing, and I'd have to sign a plea bargain because, as I say, I couldn't take it to the box trial. It's 2 police against me, and Your Honor, he has priors. Anyway, last time I saw a judge in Arizona, she say, if you appear before me again, Mr. Mahan, I'll be obliged to give you 10 years for the same old, like, drunken behavior. It's just yelling at police and, being profane and not. It took me 40 years to learn to say yes sir, no sir to an officer. He's a dumbass. Something against authority and. But anyway, I did well in prison and have a lot of weird stories. I got a couple fights, but because I had to. So a lot of death, they don't report it, all the death and stabbings in there. I didn't see, like, personally, I was all minimum until my last time I went up to medium. But like at Florence, Arizona, across the fence is like the main max prison. It's like just a fortress. We would go over there for dental, things like that. But we'd see a helicopter fly in there, 2-3 times a week, hauling people out for getting shanked and things like that. It's not a place you want to be, but if you keep your nose clean, it's just, it's like the Army light. You wear boots and everyone's dressed the same, and you got to keep everything high and tight, all that stuff, but with criminal element to it. selling cigarettes, doing this. Keeps you busy, keeps your mind occupied. I did a lot of reading in jails and prison, like name a crime fiction writer. I probably read him in all of them.
That's what they had a lot of there.
Crime
That's
books.
what they had a lot of there, the crime fiction.
Well, they had surprisingly, this is back in the day too. When they had counseling and real programs, they give you books like Dale Carnegie books and stuff, or what's that? What the world's greatest salesman? I seem to remember that, but no, they got to have a legal library, and the libraries in Arizona were pretty damn good.
Yeah.
I remember I got in trouble. I was a librarian. We had the cards, and I painted the library and put fiction on, and all that. All the drug deals and fights went down in the library. It was really
that's the same as our library downtown.
That's where everything went down in the library.
Yeah, because they have shelves, and to hide behind. It wasn't fun. I mean, I spent more. I had my own typewriter back in the day. I had a key to the library.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this was back in like 1992. Yeah. They had a band room with guitars and drums and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It was before AIDS too. Well, I know not before, but what AIDS was like 80s, right? Or
yeah, it was the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. People could. It was just different back then. But I forgot the question. Yeah. But one time we had like all Anne Rice books and stuff, and one guy was late on the witching hour, and I gave him like a report, and he came in there going, "You MFer, take your book back, I don't," and wanted to kick my ass, so I felt bad and gave him a couple Anne Rice books to go, "Hey man, I'm sorry, in prison trying to be a real librarian or something, dork."
Oh. Yeah, so Aaron, thank you. Sorry, I was getting her water here. Thank you. Yes, you're thirsty. Yeah, you thirsty, right? Go ahead. Thank you. So Aaron was saying like when's his favorite sci-fi writer, second favorite fantasy writer. I actually have the last two Hainish ones left to read. They're both hard to get a hold of in the OK. Oh, interesting.
Aaron just did a really cool video where he talks about his favorite authors.
Oh, that's
okay.
Yeah, definitely recommend you watch it. It's really good, really, really good. It's a good idea. I think everyone should do it. Find out. Good idea. Pick like 5 authors and then look up what their favorite authors were.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's right.
Brilliant. Or they say Brill.
Who does?
No, in Ireland and that. I was saying brilliant all the time, aren't they?
Oh, I thought you were taking the mick out of me.
Brill?
Brilliant. No, it's a brilliant idea. Seriously.
Yeah.
So she, that's right. Kat showed up with cinnamon sugar pretzels when she was here, right? $35 in the 80s. Wow, that was well played.
Oh yeah, I mean, I still have all my old crap,
$35 now in the 80s. That's rich.
Somewhere. Probably have a copy of the check.
All important days back to back. Did you plan it that way so you wouldn't forget your anniversary, Gareth? Yeah.
I can't remember why we decided to do that. It's very weird, and it always means that I don't know. She sort of she always she diminishes the importance of her birthday, and she always on our anniversary. She's like, "Oh, let's not worry about it," and all that. So she always tries to dumb everything down, so it's just a normal day. So I don't want to do that when we're on holiday. So I'd like to do something that's like that she wants to do.
Yeah. Crap. He
be
really
right
is catching up. Yep.
Be right back.
You got it. Crap on. That's right. Oh, they're getting scared now. I'm catching up. Oh. Oh my God. Anything now. Anything is just going to throw in there.
Yeah, anything except the puppy emoji.
Mischief will be managed. Wow. I am picking up 4 hot cross buns tomorrow AM. Excited.
Yes. So hot cross buns. That's these.
Yeah. So is that what you got tonight?
Well, I checked because I thought you might say, what the hell is a hot cross bun? So I just put those pictures up there ready, right?
Oh,
so
that's
you
just
put
a
them.
picture. That's not a box.
No, it's a picture. You put them in the toaster. You cut them in. You cut them in half. Put them in the toaster and butter them, right? So that's like a normal thing. We all eat them at Easter time. They all come out in the shops around sort of late February. And then what I've got here is a cake from Kipling that tastes like a hot cross bun.
Okay.
And I thought, what? How can a cake taste like a hot cross bun? And I had one. I opened it up. Had one earlier in the week. So it looks like this. It's looking like a classic Kipling cake, like you might get an apple pie or something.
Oh.
Right? But it tastes like a hot cross bun. It's amazing. It's really, really nice. So, yeah, if you see any Brit watching this, sees this in the shop, it genuinely tastes like a hot cross bun.
But you don't have to heat that up?
You could do. Yeah, I might do that actually. Oh my God, yeah, especially earlier I bought something else to go with some custard that I've got. I thought I want some custard, but I need to have something with it. But this would have been ideal. What's wrong with me? I could have just put this in the oven and had this with the custard. That would have been ideal. So yes, I will do that. But these are really nice. They literally taste like a hot cross bun. So I need to get some hot cross buns as well.
Delicious and light.
So yeah, really nice. And my wife bought them for me because it's got reduced sugar. She's always thinking about the diabetes thing, much more than I am. But yeah, very nice.
I got the this is like a little sacrilegious here. I don't have anything British today. Today I've got
I expect British biscuits are hard to get hold of a lot, aren't they?
these are French.
In the shop. French. I nearly showed off the Croatian biscuits I bought.
French chocolate crepe wafers. Why didn't you?
Well, I could go and get them. Was that French? What they French? What?
Chocolate crepe wafer cookies.
Nice.
They look good. See, Alan's getting jealous now because he's only got the M&Ms there.
Yeah.
Let's try. These look pretty good.
Desserts, but and cake and that, but I just never went for that type of snack. I like salty things, I guess, like chips and peanuts.
Don't worry, Al. You're still welcome on here, even if you don't eat
popcorn. Got popcorn.
Oh, Olive and I are big popcorn fans, right, Bubs?
Yeah, I like popcorn.
We have some popcorn later.
It's funny though, because I like biscuits and cakes and chocolates, but I don't like sweets like boiled sweets, that kind of thing. I don't like them, or like licorice and Haribo stuff like that. I don't like that sort of thing.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I think I had that.
I like jelly babies. I don't like that.
These are pretty good.
Yeah.
Do those count? I love these.
Yeah, so I don't like that sort of candy kind of stuff. I never eat that. And I suppose it's like just shoveling sugar into your mouth anyway, isn't it?
Yeah, they last me for a month.
But those French biscuits look good.
Let's see, Constance, you probably got already. Garrett got something about buns. His audio even freaked out. But I've been up since 5 a.m. too. Constance, let's catch up here. Aaron read a book. You want to listen to Harlan Ellison narrate The Wizard of Earthsea.
Yeah, Heidi said that before, but I haven't been able to find it.
I got to ask you about Harlan Ellison in a minute, but it looked like Alan had you just had a stack there. You look like you were going to talk about, Alan.
Oh yeah, it was like classic prison novels. Don Carpenter, Hard Rain Falling, good prison novel. Starts out in Portland too. Then John Cheever, Faulkner, good one.
Oh yeah, I found that. I found that in the wild last year. I haven't read it yet, but I got it over there.
Yeah, it's a quick read. When we're Greg and I are reading this, Homeboy, Seth Morgan was new up and coming writer and died tragically on a motorcycle in New Orleans. It's a wild book. I've turned many people onto it, giving it away.
Wait, what did she say here? So Margaret did get asked by Mom to undo work from 2 days ago and redo. Putting up a gazebo, she decides to improvise without finishing reading instructions.
Wow.
So my wrists are shot for typing since I've been double wrenching bolts.
Yeah, that sounds like hell.
You what?
That sounds horrible.
Yeah.
Building a gazebo?
Well, now she can't type because her wrists are shot from.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, doing the same movement.
She's 80 and loves ordering people around. Hope she likes it this time. Wait, and oh, we're close to catching up here. You're home. Oh, geez, Kat, that's not nice. Just watching the film about the exonerated 5 was scary enough for me.
My mum is just about to move house, and she's stayed in that house for like 45 years or something. So she's gonna move. She's gonna sell the house she's in. I'm not sure how she's going to adjust because she's so kind of stuck in her ways and all that. But yeah, and she doesn't do like she won't even put a seatbelt on, so it will be moving for her. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens. Hello.
Yeah, what do you got there?
My decrepit dog has appeared.
Chico?
Yeah, he never comes over this close. Hello.
No.
I'm gonna move stuff a minute. See if we can come over. Come on, mate. Come on.
Cat says trading Ann Rice in prison. Love it, Al.
This is Chico.
Hi, Chico. He's like, what's
going
on here?
He's in about 2 weeks. He's going to be 17 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, isn't it?
Oh,
right.
Yeah, my miniature schnauzer lives.
He's thinking, oh, I didn't mean to come all the way over here.
Chico.
Hi, Chico. I think this is the first time we saw Chico on the show.
It's the first time he's been on this show, yeah. Isn't it?
Aww.
There's a massive he's got a big bald patch. He's kind of like he's got little bald bits everywhere, haven't you, mate? And we gave him a big old checkup, and the vet said he's okay. He's just really old.
That's what happens when you get old, man.
Yeah, you're right. You good boy.
James Rollins actually had a page on his site listing his favorite authors and which books of theirs to read. Yeah, that's cool. Find out which authors' favorite authors. Hi, Leslie. You made it.
Leslie appeared. Ah, Leslie.
Yeah. Thanks for showing us a digital picture of a digital picture, Gareth. Rissoles. Do you have rissoles, Gareth? Margaret wants to know. Rissoles, handmade.
Yeah, I used to have rissoles when I was a kid. My mum used to make rissoles.
Yeah.
From scratch. Yeah, they're sort of balls of mincemeat, aren't they? From what I remember.
Balls of mincemeat?
I think they were.
Like any kind of Or do you have to have something sweet? He's asking. Same kind of stuff you put in a steamed pudding, it looked like. Does that sound right?
You could, yeah, it could be, yeah.
Can't say I ever had steamed pudding. I can't say I've ever had steamed pudding either. Steamed pudding big over there?
It was. I don't know if steam pudding is a big thing now. I mean, I don't know many people that have like stews and like casseroles and stuff nowadays, really. But it used to be big when I was a kid.
What's Margaret talking about here? What about the styrofoam like UFOs?
UFOs, yeah, they were like really popular sweet, and they were just called UFOs, I think, and they're like what is it like? I don't know, because that's not sort of sweet. My sister used to eat them a lot, I think, and my wife has them sometimes. You can still get them, but yeah, they're just a candy thing. You know. She could go back to walking back and forth the room randomly like a lunatic.
Sour worms and Starburst jelly beans. Starburst jelly beans are good. Have you guys had those?
I don't eat jelly beans or gummy bears or things like that. But oh my god,
Alan, you pretty much eat no sweets?
Oh shit!
No, I drink coffee black and that. But yeah, I'm not big on sweets.
So Margaret wants to know if anybody in the chat is reading for People April.
Yes,
you guys read for People April?
Yeah. I've dropped a lot of music biographies in that.
You read the one about Flea, didn't you?
I did Flea, Willie Nelson, Al Pacino's new one. Moon Unit Zappa was a really good book. Better.
That's good.
Than I thought.
Yeah, I bet that's a good one. She's a comedian as well, isn't she?
No, she's humorous, but she's more spiritual. She's into that thing, woohoo, and that.
But she was a comedian, though, right? I'm sure she was.
Moon Unit Zappa? No, not really. I like stand-up comedy a lot.
Okay.
I mean, Google it. I'm not trying to contradict you.
No. I'm sure you're not. No, it's just something that I thought that was a thing. But that's cool. But yeah, it's really good. You've done loads for it then.
Yeah, I'm not really active on that Discord, but we're really jumping with the Finnegan's Wake. Really long April, May, and June.
So I've read the Ray Bradbury one. Did that one while I was on the plane. So that's Bradbury talking about his own experiences with adaptations to his stories and stuff like that. It's quite a good book. And I'm going to read this one next, which is Billy Bragg's Progressive Patriot. So this is kind of his ideas about his own political stance. So he's a singer-songwriter in England, which if you don't know, he's like got a very political background. He's an activist, and he sings at the picket lines and all that sort of stuff.
Oh, okay.
He did a quite a long project as well that was really celebrated, where he went into prisons and sort of did little like music lessons with the prisoners as well. He did that for a bit. But yeah, he's an awesome guy, and I'm intrigued to know because also one of the times I saw him, because he does it when at the gigs, he talks a lot between songs, and he talked about when he was writing this book, he talked about his own thoughts about patriotism and nationalism, and because he's a lefty, he's clearly not a nationalist, but he does have an element, his own kind of style of patriotism, and I was reading it thinking, I want to read it thinking I might relate to it. So yeah, that's what I'm going to read next. And that's for People April.
I'm not really into biographies. I didn't. Let's see if anybody else in the chat is, making me hungry. There's somebody in the chat. Chico, the serial rapist.
Yeah, he ain't doing it nowadays, though. Chico. He wouldn't even know which end.
I don't know. Maybe you might want to
Old age just killed him.
Yeah. Steam puddings are the rage in the UK for holidays. I've tried to make Clutie dumplings several times, all tasty failures. Clutie dumplings?
I know what dumplings are, but I don't know if they're the same as Clutie dumplings. I don't know. I've never heard of Clutie dumplings before.
What you
But
talking about, Margaret?
dumplings are a common thing you might find with I don't know, sort of meat gravy kind of meals. Not really necessarily a roast dinner, but like maybe faggots and stuff. I'm not sure. Again, dumplings aren't that common anymore, but they used to be a lot more.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So Leslie read Elvira's autobiography. That's interesting.
Yeah, I've heard that's really good.
I'll bet it is.
I wanted to read Cher's new biography, the one that was like part 1. I wanted to read that because I like Cher.
Yeah, I would read that. I read the Allman Brothers bio too. I read Greg Allman's years ago. Well, exactly 6 years ago. I remember where I was when I read it. So I'd like to read Cher's.
Yeah, she would have been in that, wouldn't she?
See if I can get it.
Physics are what I always mess up. Yeah. But ideally, it would come out hefty, and you cover it in custard and toffee sauce, and it's lovely.
I think Margaret's done all this research for her books to put lots of cooking-y bits, food bits in it.
Probably. It's well good.
Well good.
Yeah, Margaret's probably got some book coming out that it's like it's a chef, right? It's a chef.
Is he going to say well good? Is he going to think that that's like a standard thing everyone says?
She's learning all her key phrases for the dialogue for this character from you, so you better be careful.
Does he come from Portsmouth?
Wow.
Fascinating life. I'll bet Elvira has had a fascinating life. Sorry, what are you saying, Alan?
Sure, part 1, there's like a 9-week wait, but I'll put a hold on it.
Oh, what, for the library?
Yeah, from Libby, the Libby app we have over here, audiobooks and like Kindle for free.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
From your library. Magazines.
Yeah.
Like I read Guitar Player and that. Free.
I just need to point out that we are caught up because that never happens. So.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, these two. So is Cher. She's wonderful. Yay, libraries. Okay. Yeah, Libby. You don't have Libby over there, Gareth?
Yeah, I think there's a Libby.
Oh.
You can do a Libby app but there's a kind of like an electronic network with the libraries as well. You can order ebooks from the library electronically if you want as well. But you know, I'm a physical book man, so I go into there are 7 libraries in Portsmouth, so we're really lucky with all that kind of thing. And one of them is massive. Well, 2 of them are massive, but one of them is the university library, which you can't use so much. But the central library is huge. It's like 4 floors, and it's massive. Whereas the other ones are smaller. The one down the road is a bit smaller.
So, Alan, that's only part. So it's in multiple parts. That Cher.
It says like part 1. I think she's going to write another book.
Yeah, she probably does the 60s and 70s, probably maybe the 80s as well. I'm not sure, but I bet you, because she's had this like, you can see how her career has been split in half, really. Like you know, the sort of the post turn back time years. You know, where she's been in Mamma Mia and all that, you know.
Right. I think is she a EGOT? Like
EGOT?
Yeah.
What's the EGOT?
Emmy, Tony, Grammy, Oscar.
She's definitely had a Grammy. I don't know if I think she had an Oscar. I think she had an Oscar for...
Yeah, she did for Moonstruck.
Moonstruck, yeah. I don't know if she's had a Tony or not. I don't know how much.
Blast from the past.
She's won a lot of awards.
Oh,
yeah.
Hey.
Well, fellas, it's like the witching hour for me. 5 o'clock. I haven't had dinner yet. It's early here in Portland, and
man.
Kind of
yeah. Are you off?
Yeah,
off.
Well, before you go, you might want to comment on some bookish stuff. So, 2 books I'll mention. So Dave said he was going to read this for Horror Mayhem, and I'd wanted it for ages, and I thought, well, I was going to go out, so I'm going to get it. So I've got Ring Shout.
Nice.
So that's apparently fantastic. So
That'd be a
PJ
good
Clark,
short. That'd be a good short book for you, Alan. Are you going to do
Yes,
any Horror
quite short.
Mayhem?
it's supposed to be really good.
Greg reminds me, I was a little perturbed about that because I was friends with Scott.
Yeah.
We were becoming good friends. Like we would do tarot readings and stuff together, and we read Moby Dick in a group, you know. And I thought I'd sent Becky a couple cards and that, but then Greg reminded me, you left the group last year, so you know it's my own fault. But
It's not too late.
Yeah, still do it anyway. There's people. I mean, to be honest, when Elaine was talking about it, I was thinking, oh, I bet she would have loved to have been a host, but it's obviously harder for us to invite people in because it's like their event. But yeah, just do it anyway.
I'll be reading Scott's, if not his favorite horror book, one of them, The Elementals by Michael McDowell. So I'll read that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. He really loved that one?
I've never read it.
But he loved it? Scott loved it?
Okay. Yeah, that was one of them. But yeah.
Okay.
I used to read a lot of horror back in the day, like Clive Barker and Books of Blood, all the old Stephen King stuff. Trying to think. Anyway. So thanks, guys.
Yeah, thanks for coming, man. It's good to have you.
That. I assume you guys will continue on?
A little bit.
Okay, cool. I'll check back later.
All right, thanks, Alan.
Later, man.
Talk to you.
Cool. Can you hear Rosie?
No.
No, my cat's going meow. But she's on the stairs, so it's quite a way away. So have you heard me talk about Hiromi Kawakami?
I have. You're gonna kill me. I think she needs to go. I think she needs a break.
That's all right.
You see her, so could you just chat amongst yourself for like 2 minutes? We'll be right back.
That's right. I had to disappear a minute ago. I think that's why. I think it was Margaret said, "Are you okay, Gareth?" Because I had to disappear for a minute.
Just talking to Margaret in the chat there. Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I can't change the comments on here because it's on Dave's channel at the minute. So I hope everyone's okay. I'll wait till he comes back to talk about this book. But this is funny, isn't it? We got Al disappearing and now Dave disappearing. And I disappeared earlier. But we did see Chico. You never see Chico normally. And Ralph, I could show you Ralph, but he's probably going to growl at me. He sits next to me all the time I do this. Yeah. Kind of they look like each other, but then they are brothers, aren't you? Yeah. You right? So this is Ralph. He's got a slightly longer head, haven't you? Hey, you've got more of the Shih Tzu kind of. Well, I don't know, maybe more of the Westie face, and your brother's got more of the Jack Russell face because they're a mix of Jack Russell, Westie, and Shih Tzu, isn't it? So I'm not on my own because I'm with my dog, isn't it? But is this good telly? Is this good telly? I can't even see how many people are in the chat because it's not on my channel. I got my hand caught in your hair. Good boy. So he's fared better, even though he's exactly the same age. You're going to be 17 in a couple of weeks as well, aren't you? You don't look as bad, although you are a bit grumpy. It's got to be said. But he's always been a bit grumpy. His mum, who was called Jodie, she was really grumpy until she had the puppies, and then she chilled out. She had 5 puppies, and we kept 2 of them. It was 4 males and 1 female, and we almost kept the female, but we went with the 2 we kept in the end, and we've had them for a long time. We've had them for 17 years. 17 years. So, and Rosie, the cat, is older. She's 18 years, so she doesn't even look like she's aged, which is really weird. But
what did I miss?
Yeah, I just I picked up Ralph and showed him to the camera, and me and Ralph chatted for a bit.
Oh, okay.
He's back next to me again now. He's actually licking the settee, which is interesting. I'm not sure why he would do that.
Kind of just does his own thing at this point, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes the cat comes in and she licks the ornaments. There's a stone dragon and ceramic polar bears, and she sometimes licks them, and I'm not really sure why she does that.
Huh.
I wouldn't put lemon curd on it or something. I wouldn't waste my lemon curd on it or peanut butter. Do you know what I mean? Not to waste peanut butter on a stone dragon. But yeah.
Right, let's me catch up here. I'm just glad Cher still looks like Cher.
She
Yeah,
did. She does.
Doesn't really age much, right? Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, Tony. I knew where you were going. That's one of my favorites. Basically, go. By your current books, Greg. I am good reading for the event, but thank you for the thought, Gareth. Wait, was this was stuff
That's
while I was gone?
Mayhem. So we're not very far behind. Yeah, Horror Mayhem. I said that Elaine could have hosted, but it's difficult, isn't it? It's not really our position to do that.
Elaine, you're still here. I want to read the Elementals. Yeah, I remember seeing that, being interested in it, and then I don't have that one now. Don't tell Jenny about my failure. Okay, okay. I want to be an elemental. Hi, Kat. No worries. Just listening. Hi, Ralph. Did Ralph make an appearance too?
Yeah. That's what I did. When he went off, I picked up Ralph.
Oh, I miss Ralph.
Yeah. So we've seen both dogs.
Slumber Ralph says. Scratch his head and see if he finds you worthy. Aw, he gave you kisses. Can't be too grumpy. Cats are sneaky. Great stone dragon.
It is a lovely stone dragon. It's very cute.
So you showed the stone dragon?
No, I haven't shown the stone dragon.
Oh, okay.
But I just said about Rosie licking it.
Trying to awaken him. Michael McDowell, amazing author.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about Michael McDowell. Obviously, Malcolm McDowell. Michael McDowell is a different thing.
All right, so I have to ask you a question. So you probably didn't see my my Horror Mayhem video, but in that video, I was talking about you because of this book.
Oh,
and so the last 2. So this is my 3rd Horror Mayhem, and each one. So I don't know if you remember, but what I do is I do a novella each week. And then I supplement with short stories, whatever time I have left each week.
Good idea.
And that works really well for me. Like, it keeps me on task, but it's not too much. So I was working mostly out of this for the short stories.
Okay.
But then last year, because you sent me this, last year I read one out of here, the Whisper of
Whipping Dogs.
Whipping Dog. The Whimper of Whipped Dogs.
The Whimper of Whipped Dogs, yeah.
Which I really liked.
Yeah. It's horrible. Story, isn't it? But it's brilliant.
Yeah. And so I need you to tell me, because you had said that not everything in here is horror.
Now read Deathbird Stories.
Yeah, that's what it's called, Deathbird Stories.
Yeah, but there's a story in it called that, isn't there?
Oh, is there?
Should be.
Oh, okay.
I'm going completely mad. The last one? The last story?
Oh, the Deathbird.
Yeah, the Deathbird. Yeah.
Okay, and then
Read,
what else?
read the Deathbird.
What
I can't
about?
remember.
I feel like I've heard of Basilisk.
Oh yeah. Read Basilisk. Yeah.
That's a horror too.
Yeah. Well, it's
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
It's kind of fantasy, kind of dark. It's dark fantasy. Yeah. Horror adjacent.
It qualifies for horror mayhem.
I think so.
Okay. Do you remember any other like horror ones from this? Oh, Pain God, isn't that a horror one?
Pain God. Yeah. No, read Pain God. Yeah.
All right. So Deathbird, Pain God.
Read Deathbird and Pain God
I can
first.
show you the list. Can you read that?
I can probably get up the list. Hold on. He's another one that I'm going to do once I've got. No, I can't see that from here.
No.
Hold on.
Deathbird.
If you I mean, it's not horror, but Pretty Maggie Money Eyes is a classic Harlan Ellison story.
Which one?
Pretty Maggie Money Eyes. Have you seen that in there?
Yeah, that's in there. But that's
And
not horror?
It's not really. No, it's not horror. Shattered Like a Glass Goblin isn't either, but it's brilliant.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, just you read Deathbird and Pain God.
Okay, let's stick with those.
Yeah.
They're elementals as characters in the other series by Ann Bishop. I really like that series and finished it. Do you know that one?
The Elementals.
The other series by Ann Bishop?
No,
Oh.
don't know those.
Mulan reference missed. Shame. Oh, did I skip over a Mulan reference? I don't really know Mulan, so I probably wouldn't have got it. I couldn't figure it out fast enough. Sorry, like I said, brain is dead right now. Oh, I meant them. No hint of recognition when he read that. No, I don't even know what you're talking about. I never saw Mulan.
I liked the film Mulan, and I really, really like the song "I'll Make a Man Out of You." I think it's a brilliant song, but I don't remember enough about the film to see a line from it and recognize it. I don't think.
Yeah,
Don't know.
I don't know what that is. You could tell us again, Kat. I don't know. I think the genie went over him too. I guess. I don't know. That's what happens when I try to catch up. I don't know. No Disney sensibilities at all from these horror girlies. The genie from Aladdin? I mean, I didn't catch. No, I missed it. I didn't catch it.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
You may be in the wrong place. I mean, maybe. None of all cultures.
Uncultured signs.
Say it again. If you think he can read that, you're crazy, Dave. Yeah, I guess. When I was holding out the book for you.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Gareth. Leslie says, "Oh, Gareth, I bought my first Charles
Oh.
Bukowski book based on you talking about him. I think it was you. I know.
Yeah, I probably did. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna reread his stuff to see what I think of him as a 50-year-old. But I liked him when I was a teenager, early 20s. But I think I might feel differently now. I'm not sure. But there's a video coming up on the channel soon, which it says about why he's so important to me. But it's kind of a personal, kind of angsty video from my past. So yeah, I'll always be grateful for something he did for me when I was younger. But I don't know how well his stuff holds up now. I find him hard to recommend because it's quite brutal and he's a bit misogynistic and he's a drunk and
What were like his like main books for you?
I need to go for a second. Sorry, back in a minute.
I don't know if he's going to check on the books or he's going to check go to pee. I don't know. We'll find out, I guess. All right. I think I'm mixing up Harlan Ellison and Harlan Coben. Maybe. Who knew Harlan was such a literary name? I mean, those of us that like these genres did. Harlan Ellison was I mean, big influence on a lot of writers. Twilight Zone. Be a man with all the force of a great typhoon. I don't know what that reference is either. I'll have to wait for Gareth to get back. But you have a great stone dragon, Gareth. So that's the Mulan reference. Great stone dragon. Mysterious as the dark side of the moon. We're gonna have to wait for Gareth because I'm like I'm pretty lost. I'm pretty lost, ladies. I don't know. I don't get these references. But I didn't see, I mean, I did see Aladdin, but I didn't see, I'm assuming this is Mulan, which I did not see. I'm not sure what that is. Mysterious as the dark side of the moon. And this Be a Man with all the force of a great typhoon. Is that also Mulan? I don't know. Everybody's disgusted with me now because I don't know what these references are. Be a man with all the great force of a typhoon. I guess I could just Google it, right? Let's see. Be a man with all. Oh, it just comes up. It's with a great. Yeah, see, that's Mulan. See, I never saw that movie. Great Stone Dragon. I'm assuming that is too. Have a great stone.
Sorry about that. I will answer your question. So clearly, my
that's
body
Mulan too. These are all Mulan references. Sorry, what?
So you asked me about the Bukowski books.
Oh yeah.
First book I read by him, I was about 19. I think about 18. I was 18, and it was called Notes of a Dirty Old Man.
Okay.
And I was there was like two sides to my personality. I was like I could go into a kind of like a cynical, existential kind of mindset, but also this kind of revolutionary anarchist kind of mindset as well when I was about 18. So his stuff kind of spoke to the existentialist, everything's bollocks kind of mindset.
Okay.
And I haven't got that mindset anymore, which is why I think I might be quite objective when I read him now.
Mm-hmm.
But I read Notes of a Dirty Old Man, then I read Tales of Ordinary Madness, and a book that really resonated with me called The Most Beautiful Girl in Town, or no, The Most Beautiful Woman in Town. And that story is about this, from what I remember, this woman that he meets in a cafe that's got a scar across her face from her being beaten up, and him being fascinated by her and all that sort of stuff. It's quite a short story, but he kind of his prose and his poetry. It's all sort of in finding, I don't know, beauty in the mundane, beauty in the horrible. The words he uses, the phrases he uses. Sometimes he'll phrase something in a way that is really powerful, especially in his poetry. But yeah, Notes of a Dirty Old Man is like, it gives me the feel a little bit of the sort of rantings that Robert De Niro had in Taxi Driver, but slightly more poetic. So yeah, he's an interesting character as far as a real life person that was he led quite an extreme life, and his writing is all like that. So yeah, I'm intrigued to know what book Leslie's bought.
Yeah,
because he's written some novels as well, but they're not proper novels. They're like his random prose, like Notes of a Dirty Old Man, where he's just sort of waffling through the whole book. You know, they kind of.
Leslie? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was only going to say most of what he writes is, especially, well, except for his poetry, but even with his poetry, most of what he writes is just like autobiographical or what he sees around him.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Let us know which you're reading there, Leslie.
Yeah, what the book was.
So these are a couple. Did you see Mulan? Because these are a couple Mulan references here.
Oh, okay. Be a man with all the force of a great typhoon. Oh, yeah, no, I don't recognize that. So I love the film, but I don't recognize it. You have to grab the Great Stone Dragon. Oh, so that's the Mulan reference.
Yeah.
Oh, Mysterious says, oh, okay, yeah, no, I didn't get all those.
I don't know what this one is, but I'm looking. So Leslie's looking forward to your video on it.
Yeah, I watched it again because it was literally recorded about a year ago, and I kept pushing it, going, "Oh, it's not the right time to put it on. It's not the right time." And I watched it again, and I was like, "Wow, I'm not as blatantly obvious in the video as I remembered it, because I'm kind of talking about suicidal tendencies and stuff, and I don't even say it. It looks like I'm trying to avoid saying it, so I might have to re-record it and just say it out loud." Because I put like a trigger warning on the title, and it doesn't even seem like there needs to be a trigger warning with the way I talk about it. I'm like, maybe I should just do it again. But yeah, I wanted to put that video up before I did any more rereads of his stuff, because whatever I think of his books now, he effectively saved my life. So yeah, so yeah, so I owe him my life, really. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, it's really crazy. So I wanted to put that across in the video, and then when I watched it again, thinking I'll put it up in May or something, when I watched it again, I was like, I'm not really that clear in what I'm saying. So people might watch it and go, "What's he talking about?" So I don't know. It must have been weird for me to say out loud, I guess. But I'm such a different person now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, maybe I don't want to tell you to reshoot your video, but
yeah,
maybe you want to supplement it.
Yeah. Well, one of the lessons from that period is that once I turned around and once I felt completely differently, I've really genuinely loved life in a way that I don't know if I would have done if I hadn't gone around to that dark end of that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Me turning it around means I really appreciate life, I think, in a much bigger way.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean,
yeah, I had a student last. I'm not going to be too specific because it wouldn't be right. But I had a student a couple of weeks ago. I was doing a lesson where suicide was talked about, and I eventually found out through what happened during the lesson that she couldn't. She had to leave the room or whatever because that sort of thing had happened in her life, and I talked to her, and I felt like I was in a better position to talk to her about it because I'd gone through something similar, you know.
Yeah.
And it was an interesting situation to be in as a teacher. She sent me an email the next day thanking me for the conversation, and sort of gave her a different perspective and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a part of my life that I'll never forget. But it's a part of my life that feels like a different person because I've changed so much.
Yeah.
You know. So yeah, I try and put that across in that video, but I don't know. I don't think I've done it that well, so I might just do it again. But yeah.
Yeah, well, you know, if you want, you can send me the private link, and I'll watch it and give you my take.
Yeah. Actually, that's probably a good idea. Yeah, I've done that before. Yeah. I'll do that. Actually, I'll send it to you, and you tell me what you think. If you watch it and you go, no one's going to know what the hell you're talking about, or if you watch it and you go, oh my god, yeah, that's fine. You have to go any further than that, mate.
All right, yeah, cool.
And you go, oh, that's what you looked like a year ago. But yeah, no, I celebrate every birthday, because I just think life is awesome, and I feel like when someone doesn't do that and they just go, oh, what's the point? It's just a birthday. I say, no, let's celebrate life.
Yeah. All right.
The world might be crazy, but there's lots of things to enjoy, and
that might be. The world is crazy.
Yeah.
So, Kat says the ancestors picked the great stone dragon to rescue Mulan, but Mushu turned him into rubble and had to take his place. Why else do you have it if not Mulan reference? How many times are people disappearing? Busy night. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I slumber and see if he thinks you're worthy. We're referring to Aladdin, Dave. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
Do you actually remember that? Then?
I recognize the Who Disturbs My Slumber. I still don't remember to see if he thinks you're worthy. I guess I should. I'm bad with that stuff, though.
I used to play the Aladdin game a lot on. Was it on? What was it on the PS2? Was it on?
Oh
No, the Sega Mega Drive. I think it was on the Sega Mega Drive. The Aladdin game.
no,
Brilliant that was.
not me. Aladdin, Who Was Disturbed My Yeah. Cultured Swine was Toy Story. That was from Toy Story?
Wow, they're hitting us with Disney quotes.
And I love the Toy Story movies. I've seen a couple of those a bunch of times.
Still, you get, because obviously I teach 16, 17-year-olds, and you still get 16-year-olds saying that that's the best Pixar film.
Yeah.
And that would have been made before they were born now.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
mad.
you know what I thought was really cool was like when I guess it was like when Toy Story 3 came out. Was it 3 or 4? I don't remember. The years all merged together, but I remember we went to the movies as a family, and it was so cool going to the movies because I remember seeing like a group of like older guys, like like late 20 somethings or 30, early 30 something guys come in, a couple of friends and watch it. But because that had been important to them as a kid, you know what I mean? They were all these like young adult guys were still, they didn't have any kids with them, you know, but they were still all really like.
Yeah, but I think the Pixar films are beyond that anyway. I don't think they're kid films. They're appeal to everyone, don't they?
Yeah, but I mean, you don't usually see like a group of young adult guys going to see one of the, even the Pixar movies. You usually don't see a group of young adult guys by themselves going to see it, but you did for these later, whatever it was, Toy Story 3 or Toy Story 4, just because it was such an integral piece of so many people's childhood. I think, you know.
Yeah,
like
I haven't seen Toy Story 4, but I think Toy Story 3 is the best out of the first three.
Oh,
I think Toy Story 3 was amazing.
it was amazing. I think most people would place 1 as the best and 3 as like the second, you know. But yeah, 3 was amazing. I mean, 3 was like super emotional.
Yeah, and
like,
it was so well plotted and
yeah,
brilliant.
But 4
my
was,
favorite Pixar film was Monsters Inc. I love Monsters Inc.
Yeah, it's really been so long. I only saw that once. It was so long ago when the kids were little, you know.
Yeah, I've seen it a few times.
Maybe I need to rewatch it.
It's just perfect. Brilliant.
I've really enjoyed. I mean, there's so many great Pixar movies, but I think among my favorite are I've really enjoyed the Inside Out ones.
Yeah, I haven't seen the second one yet, which is stupid. I
Oh yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome.
Yeah. We've got Disney Plus back again, so we didn't have it for a while, but we just got it back again. We've been watching Daredevil as well, which is great. But I know that Ali would want to watch Inside Out too, so we'll watch that together.
Yeah,
she likes good. Films. Yeah,
so good.
But I thought the first one was brilliant. Yeah,
they're both brilliant. They're both brilliant.
Yeah, and really clever. I mean, Pixar really do think outside the box sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they're the only company that would have made WALL-E. You know,
I still haven't seen WALL-E.
Oh wow, WALL-E is just incredible.
I know that's shameful.
It's very different, and it's just brilliant, absolutely brilliant, beautiful film.
Absolutely shameful that I haven't seen it.
Another emotional one, really. Very clever.
Don't feel bad, Dave. I didn't see the movie or get the references. Okay. How about so long, fare thee well, pip pip cheerio. We'll be back soon.
That rings a bell.
Huh. I don't know.
It's not the Animaniacs, is it?
Leslie doesn't know either. That one even I don't know. Oh, even Kat doesn't know it. It's a reference in the chat before. Oh. Not tonight.
That won't be Animaniacs, eh?
Mary Poppins.
Mary Poppins.
That does sound like Mary Poppins, doesn't it? We'll see if they know before I say. What is that? Porridge?
Oh, Oliver. It's Oliver.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm sure it's Oliver.
Oh. Oh, Leslie doesn't remember which not Harlan Ellison, Charles
Oh, Charles Bukowski, but it's a collection of his
Bukowski.
short stories. So that suggests it's either Tales of Ordinary Madness or The Most Beautiful Woman in Town, I think.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's going to be one of those two.
Off to take meds and off to sleep. Okay, see you, Lane.
See you, Elaine.
Boy, it must be the holiday weekend. Everybody's taking off early.
Yeah.
Good night, Lane. Sleep well, feel better. Cue quote from Austin Land and Jennifer Coolidge. Think about all the people in the world that hang themselves, and then the next day they feel different, but there's nothing they can do about it.
Yeah.
That's
That's true.
That's
That's true.
sobering.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. I could make a response to that that's specific about a particular thing, but I can't because I'll get upset. But yeah, some people do it in a way that they know they won't be found, and that's just tragic because they're stopping anyone from interrupting what they're doing. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I won't get too specific, but yeah, it's the next day they could feel very differently. They wouldn't necessarily shake it completely the next day, but they do shake it completely. At least I don't know. 3 years later, they might be completely different.
Yeah.
3 months later, probably not, but 3 years later, they probably are very different.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why they need to be interrupted, don't they?
They're
Oh, it's
wrong.
Brave.
Brave. Okay.
Brave is a great film. My daughter loved that film, Brave. Oh, it's from Wally.
Wally. Oh.
Wow.
I had to look up the list to check.
So they're cheating. They're looking at. They don't know the quotes themselves. They're
Yeah.
so that's easy to do.
But Brave bridges the trifecta: Disney, Harry Potter, and Lord of the Rings, plus redhead that prefers chilling with her animals to get married.
Yeah, but Mum's
Finding me a boy. He shall be my squishy. He touched the butt.
I would have recognised that.
Oh, there goes your thing again.
On my audio.
Yeah. What did you do before? It fixed it right up. What'd you do the last
I
time?
left the chat.
Oh.
I mean, sometimes it just writes itself, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Is it all Daleki?
Yeah, I mean, it's all right. I don't think we got too much. There's not many people left, so I don't think we got too much longer anyway. So.
Okay. I'm breaking out of beer.
Oh, look at you.
Well, I've run out of tea and I'm thirsty. So this is the Mandrake. I drink these sometimes, Dads. It's a Spanish beer.
I just found a new. I don't usually show this stuff on the. That's why I usually drink out of the goblet. But since you're doing it, I'll show it. I literally just found this. They had me taste test it in the store the other day, and that's the only reason I picked it up. And they had me taste test it. I was like, "Oh, that's delicious!" And so I got a couple. It's called. It must be new. Called Coder. Craft cocktail, Ocean Break. It's white rum and blueberry.
Wow.
That's why I didn't use the goblet tonight because I thought it just looked like juice, you know. But it's really good. What?
Rum's got a very specific taste, doesn't it?
Yeah, but it's like light. It's like very refreshing, you know. It's yeah, I dig it.
That's cool.
I don't usually like to showcase that I'm boozing, but since you're whipping out the beers, Cockney Shark and the Surfer Turtle.
In Nemo, the shark is Australian. That's why it's called Bruce.
Yeah.
But the Surfer Turtle is obviously correct. And he goes sweet, and then the sun goes sweet, and he goes totally. Finding Nemo is amazing.
Have you? Yeah, go ahead. No, go.
I was going to give you some more stuff. So I've got dad issues, right? And I've said it on my channel before, so you know this anyway. But it's so severe that in Finding Nemo, when there's a scene where I think it's a stork manages to get a message to Nemo saying your dad's looking for you, and literally every time I see that film, when he says that, I would break down. When he says that, it's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
Why?
Because, well, I won't swear too much. There's been too much swearing on this channel already. But my dad was a monster, and I've got abandonment issues as well. But he abused everybody in the family, and it's horrible. So yeah, when you get the opposite in a script like that, your dad's looking for you. Just it kills me.
Yeah.
So there we go.
Yeah, the Surfer Turtle is good. I'm sure you've never been to Crush. So you've never been to Disney World, right? In the U.S.
No, I haven't. My kids have been to Disney World Paris a lot. Disneyland Paris with my wife, but I never went.
So in Disney World, Disney World, is broken up into a couple different lands, and one is called Epcot. And most of Epcot, it's not so big today because now everybody travels all the time. But when Epcot was first made, most people weren't like world travelers. So this was like a big thing. Epcot's main thing is that they have this big lake, and there's different countries all around the lake. So there's like the UK pub is pretty cool. I ate dinner there. It's pretty, but they have a couple of other things there, like a couple other and anyway, they have this one that it's like, I forget what it's called, but it's like this, it's sort of like a land and sea little area, couple things. They got a little like they have the Nemo ride there maybe. And anyways, but they have this live interactive thing that I will always go to this. Kids, no kids, doesn't matter. I always go to this. It's so entertaining. It's called Turtle Talk with Crush. And so you go in and there's just these benches in the room.
That's brilliant.
And then there's this like 3D thing, but it's not huge. It's cozy, and there's this 3D thing, and a Crush comes out. He's swimming around, and I've been to it a bunch of times. Obviously, it's not the same person every time, but they always have a great, it's some improviser comedian that's acting Crush in the background. And so he takes questions, asks people things. So every time little kids are getting up and they're saying all sorts of random stuff, and Crush always makes everybody like crack up like crazy. It's really good.
It's so good.
Yeah, it's really cute. It's really
Those
cute.
two were some of the best characters in it. I thought they were brilliant. Yeah. That's awesome.
Pip pip cheerio. We should have one day. One day when we're retired, maybe we'll go to Disney World together.
Yeah.
That would be a blast.
Yeah.
Margaret's upset that we didn't know that reference to Pip Pip Cheerio.
Oliver.
You did, Oliver.
You got Oliver. Yeah, I said Oliver.
Crush. My niece was giving everyone headbutts and duding them. Dude. Crush is like got to be one of the best.
With your friends. Yeah.
It's your friends, not food.
That whole stuff, that was brilliant. All the shark stuff's brilliant.
Yeah, it was. Is it Bruce?
Yeah, Bruce.
Yeah, Bruce.
That's the Australian.
Yeah. I need to watch Oliver again. It's one of the few I don't own. It's up there with great mouse.
I really want. Oliver is always playing somewhere in one of the theatres here, like often in London somewhere. I really want to see Oliver live. I think it's such a brilliant musical. Yeah. I'd love to see that one day. Singing in the Rain as well.
Not the cartoon dog movie, Oliver Twist, not a Disney film.
Yeah. But the musical is called Oliver. It's not called Oliver Twist.
Just trying to throw them a bone. Well, we can always use help.
Yeah, the cartoon dog film is called Oliver and Company, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't seen it. Oliver and Company?
Yeah, if the songs are written by Billy Joel in that film. It's during the period where Disney weren't getting big ratings.
Drink if I could. It's fruity rum drink. Oh yeah, yeah, it's pretty good, Kat. Umbrellas. Those are like little umbrellas on the side.
Yeah, they're little umbrellas.
Oh, Aussie, sorry. Guess I was cluing you into the working class gov type language. It's wonderful storytelling at its finest. Epcot was awesome. Daddy and I had so much fun, and he didn't have to know the characters much.
Yeah, that's good.
The little kids. So in Epcot, Gareth, when we go, like 10 years from now, they have this thing called Drink Around the World.
Right.
So where you can figure out what it means. I think it's 13 countries, and you have to have a drink at each one.
What's the English one? Is it a Newcastle Brown or something?
You can get whatever if they're not specific drinks. I mean, yeah. I mean, you can get whatever you want at that pub.
Unless they just do an UK one, it might be Guinness or something.
Interestingly, UK is there's a lot of like little secrets that you have to know when you go to Disney, like different places and different specific things. And so everything closes actually like at 9, like or most days anyway. I don't know, there's exception, but like if the stuff is closed and all the food places have closed, but you still want to get something to eat, you can go to the UK and there's a little fish and chips pavilion right next to the UK where you could get just that, like until
Just
like
fish and
11
chips.
or something for like a couple,
You
like
can't
2
beat
hours.
that. The amount of times I go to a pub and there's a whole menu of stuff, I just want fish and chips.
Yeah.
you're going to get a great meal. If you order a lasagna from a pub, it might taste a bit weird and a bit microwaved.
Yeah.
And even a roast dinner sometimes is a bit dodgy. If you go to a carvery, it's different. But if you go to a general pub, they can't always do roast dinners well. Fish and chips, you always know what you're getting.
Yeah.
Bangers and mash are good though. Usually sausages are good in pubs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Someone asked me, was it you that asked me what the difference was between a banger and a sausage?
That was me.
Yeah.
Yes, I think I was talking about Oliver and Co. Yeah.
Yeah.
I literally think it's just you, me, Kat, and Margaret right now. I don't think anybody else is watching. We just slowly, the last half hour,
Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? I think if our guest is keeping it going as well, that often keeps everyone chatting as well. So I think there's a different. I don't know if they want to hear me and you have a chat in the same way.
It's also it's holiday weekend over there or no?
It will be, yeah. I mean, in this country we've had half term anyway, so the kids have been off school. I've been off work for this is the second week now, so Easter's 2 weeks. So but it's not normally this week. It's normally the week after. It's normally the week. Yeah, it's normally the week after because the Easter weekend, a Good Friday, Easter Sunday, and Easter Monday, they're happening after the holiday. It's really weird.
Okay.
So we'll have 2 weeks off, but then we'll have the extra Monday off as well because it'll be a bank holiday, which we don't normally do that.
Yeah, my daughter, I never heard it. So yeah. So for us, it's like my wife has off this coming week. That's their break in the school. But I mean, some of the schools are different. But everybody has off today because Sunday's Easter Sunday, and so everybody has off today for Good Friday. I mean, pretty much everybody. Not today, tomorrow.
Tomorrow,
for you,
tomorrow.
For you today, right?
Tomorrow's
Friday for you, right? Already? Is it Friday for you yet?
It is Friday but obviously in the middle of the night. So technically, for most of the world, Friday doesn't exist yet. But for most of Britain. But yeah, it's Good Friday now. Yeah, and it is a Good Friday so far because I'm chatting to you.
Yeah, that's right. But my daughter in college, the young one that's just started in college this year, she has off from classes on Monday, and they call it what do they call it? Easter Monday. I never heard that term before until a month ago. I've never heard that.
So where's she having her classes?
At university.
Yeah, in America.
Yeah.
But you haven't heard Easter Monday before, but they use
I've
it.
never heard the term Easter Monday before. Most people have off Good Friday, the Friday before Easter, but Monday is typically a normal work day.
So does that mean that the universities have always had Easter Monday, or that they've started to develop that?
I don't. This is new to me. I don't remember this when my other daughters went. This is new to me. I think it's. I don't know. I'll have to look it up. I didn't look it up yet, but it's the first time I heard of it. Easter Monday.
Yeah, we've always had an Easter Monday. So yeah, we always have like a long weekend. To be fair, this is the period of a lot of bank holidays. So the first Monday of May is always May Day. So if you go back 100 years, there'll be people dancing around a maypole. Margaret will know all about that because she does all this research about old British history. And there is some place. I mean, there's a couple of churches in Portsmouth that will have people dancing around a maypole, and loads of Morris dances and stuff. But in general, it's just a day off. But yeah, May Day will happen soon, and there's another one coming up later on. I can't remember what it's for, but that's another bank holiday. And then there's a bank holiday in August as well, which is the last it's the last Monday of the month. And that's usually when I go back to work as well, or sometimes the week before that, after summer holiday. So yeah, summer holiday is coming towards us, which is quite cool.
Hey, Margaret's got some things to. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go on.
Margaret's
as
a
teacher, it's quite a big thing.
Yeah.
Margaret's
got some things to say here. Easter's late enough to be on my birthday. Is your birthday Sunday, Margaret? Is your birthday Sunday?
Happy birthday.
I'm not going to wish your birthday now because I'm going to send you a message on your birthday. Is that Sunday? Yeah. It sounds like it. There has been Easter Monday before. It's just religious, not civil. Well, that's what Easter is. I mean, so is Good Friday. But from the maypole to the greased ball. Solidarity Day, cheer on a union for May Day.
Cheer on a union.
I don't know what you're saying.
Oh, she's quoting how the Labour movement would have used May Day, I think, as a solidarity day.
Oh,
in the early period of unions and stuff.
Okay.
So like a industrial revolution thing, because she does lots of research onto that sort of period.
Double doggy pets and
I mean, this
time.
country's pretty secular, so religion's a big thing in America, and religion's not really a big thing in Britain. No. So all of our festivities, they've got religious names, but we're not religious people.
Yeah.
So to me, Christmas and Easter, all those different things are nicked from pagan celebrations of the certain parts of the year, as far as crops and winter solstice, summer solstice, all that sort of stuff. So for me, it doesn't really matter if I'm religious or not. I can still celebrate those times because it's about the seasons changing, isn't it?
Yeah, same for me. Good night, Kat. Yeah.
That's true for so many people. It's not a particularly religious country now, England.
Yeah. I mean, I've always celebrated those holidays just because I haven't been religious for 3 decades, but I still. I mean, the holidays are so commercialized, really, now that it's just fun to celebrate them, right? It's just tradition, really, more than anything else for my family, anyway.
I've got a lovely Easter egg to eat. It's a massive. I'll show you actually because it's very cool. So what we tend to do as parents is we give our kids a big Easter egg and a present. And to be fair, that's something my wife is more passionate about than I am. But I like the fact that we give them Easter eggs because they might be all grown up. I mean, Jess is going to be 30 this year, so clearly they're very well grown up. But I like the Easter egg thing because it's it's an excuse to give your loved one a big bit of chocolate. But I've got a really cool one: Cadbury's Dairy Milk Fruit and Nut, and a whole nut one. It's just awesome. So it's a massive Easter egg. I can't wait to tug into that.
That looks amazing.
Yeah. So that's very cool, and it's extra cool because she just gave me it and didn't say, "Don't eat it quickly. You've got diabetes," which is not normally what she does. She just gave it to me, but I'm not going to eat it until. So we're having a bit of a gathering on Easter Monday because Ali's in Italy at the moment. She's back on late on Sunday. So if she was here on Sunday as well, she would have cooked a big roast dinner because that's another tradition for us, our family. That she used to make a roast dinner. And when my daughter moved out, my son was still here, and she makes such a great roast dinner that me and Louis, my son, would just bang on about it. We'd be like, "What, are you going to make a roast? Oh my god, you're going to, oh my god!" And she'd be like, "What, Sharp? It's just a roast dinner." And then she'd serve up this huge roast dinner that's like falling off the plate, perfectly cooked. And we're going, "This is amazing." She's going, "It's just a roast dinner." And we go, "Oh my god, this is amazing!" And my son is going, oh, while he's eating. And he's like, "It's just a roast dinner," So she'd be doing all that on Sunday if she was here, but she's not. So, although I was going to make my own roast dinner for myself this year, which I still might do actually. I made my first ever roast chicken last time she went away. I was really chuffed. I'd never done it before. I'd always had people make roast chickens for me, and I bought a full chicken, and I put it in this baking dish. And then I phoned up my son and I said, "Well, hold on a minute. I want to double check I'm doing this right. How do you do it?" Because he's like a really good cook. And then he said, put it in the oven for 3 hours or something. I was like, "You sure?" And he was like, "That's how I do it, mate. It falls off. It just falls off." I was like, 3 hours? He said, "Yeah, on a low heat. 3 hours on low heat." I was like, "What?" So what I decided to do was just check. You obviously take the foil off at a certain point. But I put it in there for 2.5 hours. I didn't do 3 hours, but it was falling off anyway after 2.5 hours. It was perfectly cooked. I was so pleased with myself. I said, if we got a family chat, I sent photos of this roast chicken. I made a roast chicken. I was very pleased with myself. But I wasn't brave enough to do it without phoning my son and say, "What do you do?" But yeah, it was good. And obviously I couldn't be asked to do the vegetables, so it wasn't a proper roast. It was just a chicken, and then I put on some chips, and then just had chicken and chips, which is a very common meal as well over here. Chicken and chips.
Chicken and chips.
Yeah, it was nice. So I might do that again. This time without calling my son as a double check. Just do it.
I typically I've gotten into the habit of doing I guess what you would call chicken and chips, because we used to at Thanksgiving you make these turkeys, and then we're but none of us in this house, none of us actually really dig turkey all that much. We all so anyway, so I started this at Thanksgiving, and now we do it a couple times. I'll do it Thanksgiving, I do it Christmas, New Year's. I get a couple small chickens and just deep fry the chickens. And then I have a deep fryer, so I'll deep fry the chickens, and then I'll deep fry some fries, chips.
Right. Yeah.
And that's what we have, and it's delicious, and that's then we'll have a side or two to go with that, but that's the staple is the deep fried chicken and chips.
Yeah. Well, you talk about the side. I mean, if I do a basic thing like that, then you might, if you were clever, you might think, well, I'll make it more of a proper meal and put some salad with it. And if I did that, it'd be a really boring salad because I'm not particularly clever cook. And then if my wife was here and then she go, "Do you want a salad?" I go, yeah, I'll have a salad. And then she'll just make this awesome salad. It's just what have you done to this that makes it so tasty? And it's just random salad stuff with the sauces she puts on it. And it's just really nice. So I think there's an art to making something boring taste really good as well.
Yeah, for sure. definitely.
But it's so funny you say about the turkey, because we haven't talked about this before, but it just makes me laugh because years back, I think it's when we first got together, to be fair, when you're kids, you know, you get given turkey for Christmas because that's the thing, right? Turkey is a Christmas roast, right? So you grow up with that because that's the thing. Turkey is Christmas. And then when we were on our own, we were adults living on our own, we're married, blah, blah, blah. We were like, turkey's really dry, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like chicken's a lot better. Why aren't we having chicken? You know?
Yeah.
And I particularly like pork as well. So I like having pork and chicken as my Christmas meal. So we've done that a lot. But it just makes me laugh that some people are having turkeys because they should have turkey because that's
Right.
Christmas.
Exactly.
You know, but it's like, well, why don't you just enjoy your meal more and have the meat that you like, you know, rather than this thing you're just like plowing through it, like, yeah. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
I mean, some people just don't have that kind of thing. And some people go for a Chinese takeaway on Christmas Day over here because they don't have to do any washing up, and that's a thing now as well.
Yeah.
And a KFC. Some people order a KFC on Christmas Day.
Why not? If that's what you like, why not? Right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, again, no washing up. You know, I can see it.
Oh, Roy.
Is there any more comments from Margaret?
No more comments. I think everybody's gone, man. There's 3 people in the chat, but there's probably just passive listeners. I think everybody's
passive listeners.
Probably time to wrap it up.
Yeah. Well, I've had my hot cross bun pie thing, which is very cool.
I thought you were going to heat it up. No, you're just going to eat it?
Well, I can't heat it up during the show.
Oh,
I'm going to heat up the rest of them and have it with custard. Hot custard is one of my favorite things. I love it. I love custard, but cold custard, not so much. Cold custard, you can walk on it, can't you? That would be more interesting to me than eating it. But if I was gonna go with this, because we didn't get a chance to do it because we would start talking. Because I don't know, I didn't get the biscuit vibe this week with Al, but I was going to talk about these as well. I could have plowed into these.
Digestive vanilla creams. Okay, they don't look bad.
They're lovely. Yeah, they're lovely, and it's not bad because they're only £1. It's not bad for some high quality biscuits. But yeah, Al's still fixated on that biscuit thing that I ate in New Orleans, which tasted really weird. He has like has gravy with it.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
Which we don't, you know, I don't really like thinking about that. As funny enough, I overcooked my bacon today, right? So I had some more bacon left over. I had 2 bacon sandwiches, right? Or bacon sarnies, right? We call them over here, right? And I overcooked them. I was like, oh shit, the bacon. And I went out there and I literally thought, oh, they're a bit overdone. But I tell you what, nothing like the Americans do them. So it was kind of like reassuring that you know, you can burn them even more, you know, if you're from a different part of the world. So yeah, I ate them and I enjoyed them. But I think I enjoyed them more knowing it could have been worse.
Oh man, now you think I'm gonna right when we get off, I'm gonna go defrost some bacon for tomorrow morning. Now you got me in the mood for bacon. My younger daughter loves bacon, so I would make bacon a lot of weekends. But now that she's not here anymore, I can't tell you the last time I cooked bacon. I haven't cooked bacon in a while.
Yeah. We've had a bit of a thing, like again with my son. If he came down for a weekend or something, usually because there'd be a gig or something, he'd make bacon and egg sandwiches in the morning for us. You know, that was kind of his thing.
Yeah,
make bacon and egg sandwiches.
You know what I'm gonna do tomorrow? I just did this recently. I hadn't made French toast in so long, and I just like 2 weekends ago I made French toast. So tomorrow
we were talking about it. We were talking about it in the last session, I think.
Oh, were we? Maybe that's why I did it. Is that why I did it?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I'm gonna make
French toast and bacon.
Yeah, do it. Yeah, do it. I just out of our discussions, I thought I'm gonna make fried bread. I haven't done that for a long time, and it was gross. I thought, why am I eating this? It was just like it was horrible. But I used to eat fried bread a lot when I was a kid. I used to have it with my breakfast. Is like if I had an English breakfast, like your eggs, beans, sausage, bacon thing. The fried bread was a common thing to have with it, but I was eating it thinking this is really boring and just really I'm just eating fried oil, So yeah, I wasn't loving it this time, but yeah, but I can never not enjoy a fried egg sandwich though. I love my egg sandwiches.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm really if I've got time to kill, then I would do a boiled egg sandwich, and I love them. Like a straight egg sandwich, that's not fried. I love them, but it takes a bit longer.
When you say boiled egg sandwich, you just then eat it sliced up like that, or you mix it with mixed up with mayonnaise?
So I think I prefer it. And now I've got used to egg mayonnaise sandwiches, but I still prefer to just slice it up and then put onion and put pepper on it.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, to me that's nicer than putting mayonnaise on it, because the mayonnaise sometimes kills you're kind of tasting the mayonnaise more than you're tasting the egg.
Well, when you do it with the mayonnaise, you crush them up and mix it with mayonnaise, right?
Yeah.
We call that egg salad over here. Egg salad sandwiches.
Okay.
Yeah.
If it was egg salad, if there was a packet of sandwiches that said egg salad, it would be because there's egg in it and salad.
Oh, yeah, not here. Our
It'd be like
salad
lettuce, tomato, cucumber, and egg.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
Not
and you have
funny.
egg, and you often find egg and cress. But to be fair though, if it says salad on it, then it's a bit weird. There's no salad in it.
Yeah, but we call a lot of stuff like that over here. Like tuna salad is tuna mixed with mayo.
There's no salad.
Egg salad is salad mixed.
Salad,
no greens. There's no greens in it.
That's
egg
really
salad,
weird.
And yeah, I mean, do you have potato salad?
Well, to be fair, yeah, potato salad is just the potato and the mayonnaise stuff, actually. Yeah, and the the mixed herbs and stuff.
Yeah, and we have pasta salad too. Same thing. It's like potato salad, but pasta instead of potatoes.
It depends how you get it. If you get it in a tub, then pasta salad and tuna salad is usually with actual salad as well. So with salad vegetables, lettuce.
I mean, a salad, in fairness, a salad is whatever you want it to be, right? It's like that guy on Instagram where he called up and he said, "Hey, can I get the house salad, but can you hold the lettuce, the tomato, and the onions?" And she said, "Okay." And he's like, "And can you put some fries in there?" And she's like, she's like, "Can you hold the lettuce, tomato, salad?" And she's like, "Okay, so you just want
some chips.
you just want the cheese and what was it? The cheese and the whatever." He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "You put some fries in there." And she's like, "Okay, so."
That's amazing.
The bacon. She's like, "That's right, the house salad, but can you hold the lettuce, the tomatoes, and onions?" And she's like, "Okay, so you just want the bacon and the cheese?" And he's like, "Yeah, can you put some fries in there?" And she's like, "Okay, so you want the loaded fries?" And he's like, "Well, it's a salad, but whatever you want to call
it." He's trying to pay salad prices for different food.
He wants to feel good about what he's eating.
Yeah. There used to be they don't see him as much, but there used to be salad bars. And that was really cool. There was a franchise just down the road, Harvesters, and they don't do them anymore. The Harvester pubs used to have obviously loads of tables where you sit at, but in the middle there was these salad bars, and you'd order your food, and just within the price was the opportunity to go to the salad bar, fill up a bowl with salad, and that included potato salad. And obviously it had coleslaw and lettuce, tomato, radishes, whatever that you wanted, onions, peppers, whatever you wanted for this, and eggs as well. The eggs were in there as well, boiled eggs. So you put them all in this bowl for the salad bar, and then you can go back and then fill it up again. It was like an endless, like a bottomless bar salad bar thing. So that was pretty cool, but they don't seem to be as common anymore. But yeah, that was pretty cool. Yeah, there's like world buffet places around here as well.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to a world buffet place?
No, I don't know if I've been to a world buffet, but we have the buffets, over here. We had a restaurant. I don't know if they're still around, but it was when I was younger. It was wildly popular. A restaurant called Sizzlers.
Oh yeah, I've heard of Sizzlers.
Yeah, and they had those sort of all you can eat buffet things, and
Yeah,
yeah. I mean,
yeah.
buffets are still common, like hotels and stuff like that, but not really a lot of buffet restaurants. I don't think around here.
Well, the world buffet ones are the ones, and most big cities have got them now. We've got one now. We had one and it went, and we got another one. And the world buffet ones are cool because you go in and all the different like nationality food is everywhere. So you can have Indian food, you can have Chinese food, you can have like roast kind of stuff. You can have American burgers, you can have pizza, you can have there's those different types of food. You can have pasta stuff, lasagna, and all that. Mexican food, all those different things across this buffet, and you can pick whatever you want. I always just obsessively have Chinese stuff when I go to these things.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're quite cool because obviously, like the eat what you like thing is really good, and all you can eat, whatever you call it.
Yeah.
They're really good for that. But yeah, I might do. Apparently, I'm doing something like that for my birthday.
Nice.
But that would be before I get to. So we're gonna join up with our kids before we go to New York.
Okay.
So like we're leaving on the 26th. So
okay.
24th, 25th, or something. Probably 24th because I think we're leaving in the middle of the night. I think. So,
and you flying into what, JFK?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So that'd be. I think that's the first time I've been to JFK. I think.
Okay.
Yeah. But it'd be the third time I've been to America though.
Yeah.
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 But first time I've been in your area of America though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's gonna be fun, man.
Yeah. I can't wait. And the fact that we've decided we've done it, we're going to do it is good because whatever happens now, isn't it?
No. Yeah.
But yeah, we got to make sure we have to change our luggage allowance because when we first did it, my wife was like, "We can share a big luggage back, can't we?" And I was like, "If you want." And then like weeks later, she's like, "Oh, we should have one each, shouldn't we?" And I said, "Well, I would have suggested that, but you sounded quite stuck on the idea of us sharing one. But I think we should have one each." Because I didn't really want to go through the thing about, "Oh, well, I can't buy any more books because we've gone into the other half of the big luggage thing." So if you've got one, it's my responsibility then to fill my one case if I've got one case, and then she's got one. So we need to do that, but it's not quite as easy. You go on the website, it can be a little bit complicated. So we've tried once. We're gonna try again, and hopefully get a better baggage allowance.
Yeah.
Because I when I went to LA, not so much New Orleans, but no, even with New Orleans, I brought loads of books back from New Orleans. But with LA, I bought so much stuff. I I went to Amoeba Music in LA and spent $500.
Wow.
Yeah. So I bought loads and loads of CDs. I bought a board game.
Yeah.
I bought
well, at least those are cheap. The problem with the books is you got to worry about the weight, right?
Yeah. So, but if it's something where we've got separate suitcases, then I can worry about it, and she doesn't have to worry about it, and she'll probably buy lots of clothes. And I'll buy some clothes. I'll buy t-shirts, but I'm not going to buy much else. Yeah. We need to get our "Is This Thing On" t-shirts sorted, don't we?
Or what?
"Is This Thing On" t-shirts.
Oh yeah. We gotta get on that.
Have we got anyone watching now?
No. Well, it says there's two, but I don't know how it works. It could be you and me. I don't know.
Well, I've got it on my TV as well, just in case I need to read one of the comments. So
that's one of them.
That's one of them.
So there's literally only one person that's not even listening anymore. All right, we're gonna call it now.
What are you reading though? By the way, what are you reading at the moment?
I I just started this.
Oh, I've heard about that.
Yeah. I can't get out of that headspace right now. You know what this is about?
It's is it nonfiction?
No. It's a fiction novel. Came out this year. This is actually an art copy. I don't think the paperback looks like this, but
Right.
normally this is the art. So it's a horror novel, and it's about there's like this, whatever you want to call it, it's like a virus or a pandemic, whatever, but it spreads through the right-wing news on TV. That's how it
Okay.
starts. People become so this guy is like, it's about this guy, and he's like uncovered, like like his family has been like become like catatonic basically by this thing. So it's a horror novel. It's like, it's kind of almost like a zombie-ish sort. I didn't get that far, but it's sort of like this sort of zombie-ish sort of. It turns these people into like catatonic, like they're not zombies, but they're like, but it's an allegory.
Yeah.
For it's totally an allegory for what's happening. And there's they don't use the names, but like names are close. There's definitely specific references to extreme right-wing commentators and news,
Right.
And so
yeah, that's cool.
So
you enjoying it?
Yeah, I'm not that far into it, but yeah, it hooks you right away. And it's like we're still live, actually, right? Yeah. Dude, it's hard whether it's fiction or nonfiction. It's like hard for me to. This maybe sounds weird, but it's hard for me to think about other stuff right now.
No, that's not weird. I think
shit stresses me out. I wake up every day stressed about this, and it's like, it's hard to like read or think about other stuff.
Yeah. Well, you're like, you're in the eye of the storm. Whatever he's thinking of doing next, whatever consequences of what that whole thing is doing, the whole machine that he's pushing along is doing, you're directly affected in a way that everyone else is affected, because it's such a influential country, but you are going to be affected first, and you're going to be affected in a very specific way because of the consequences are specific to you as well. Like all these tariffs are going to affect American people in a really negative way. So, things like that make it really hard to ignore. So I totally get it.
Yeah, and I don't, whatever it takes for there to be, part of this whole thing, we're going to get all into this now, but like part of this whole thing is I mean, it's part of the strategy, right? It's part of the strategy of fascist politics, right? Is to just have so many things so fast that people get overwhelmed and they can't even keep track, right? So the tariff issue, I mean, it's important and it's significant worldwide. But like for somebody that's here that's actually paying attention, it's almost like a distraction. And it's okay. I don't care. Whatever gets people riled up. Like that's the thing that's like affecting people's daily lives, right? Because shit's going to get expensive. And so they get mad about that. And so they're going to go to town halls and start yelling at their politicians and trying to boot them out because of that. And I don't care. Whatever it takes, that's fine. That's not actually the shit that I'm worried about. You know what I mean? The stuff that I'm worried about is the stuff, because it's not affecting everyday citizens yet. It's not the biggest thing in the news, but the stuff that I'm worried about is the behind the scenes stuff of the power grabs that he's doing, and the way it is overt. It's just most people aren't paying attention, but it is overt. The way he is targeting major law firms, news outlets, universities. You know what I mean? The way he is specifically targeting any source of potential opposition to make them relent. And the way he has started, just like in Nazi Germany, the way he has started, it's like following the playbook. the way he has started all the othering. So now that, I mean, you know about the immigration issues that we're having now, right? And he's using this extrajudicial police force. He's invoking statutes improperly to use this extrajudicial police force to round people up, send them to these fucking concentration camps. Oh, excuse my language. Send them to these concentration camps. And this is like the start, right? Already you're starting to talk about, well, we're going to do the same thing for criminal U.S. citizens. That's going to be 6 months. And 6 months after that, it's going to be dissident U.S. citizens, right? Anybody that disagrees, right? We're just following. That's the stuff that literally freaks me out. That is the reason why experts in this area are all moving out of the country, right? Because they understand these things are happening. These are not the things. They're in the news, but not as much as the tariffs. Because the tariffs are the things that most urgently affect people's lives. But it's not the things that they should be most worried about. About our reality a year from now.
I mean, what happened in Nazi Germany was a cascade of things that happened slowly. Right. It took about 10 years for the final solution to happen. That was about 10 years later. I mean, 1936 was a big year when a lot of things happened, but he'd been building up to that way before. So no, you're absolutely right that what he's doing is he was laying the groundwork before he got elected in as well, didn't he? He's making these things come to fruition, and he's going to start actually implementing them soon. So that's when people go, oh my god, this really is fascism, whereas people are seeing it now, but not ordinary people necessarily, and certainly not his followers. But at some point they're going to go, oh no, actually we didn't realize it was happening.
And I don't know, so many things I could say. The media's fallen down. They're focusing on the wrong things, and it's like
well, I don't think the media is ever very good when it's extreme. The media was really crap at dealing with COVID as well, in general. The media was terrible at dealing with Brexit, really bad. Brexit was a terrible thing for our country to do, and it was almost a train wreck that was waiting to happen with the way it was being reported, the way it was being discussed. I felt like I knew a lot about the EU because I studied it before the whole thing was even talked about in a general sense. No one gave a shit about the EU before Nigel Farage came along, and when he started talking about it, people were going, "What is this thing?" And he's banging on about it being undemocratic, which is bollocks because it is totally democratic, and all the rhetoric around leaving the EU didn't make any sense, but it didn't matter because nobody questioned it in the media. The media discussion was all like polemical stuff, and it was all I don't know, it was like sensationalist stuff. It wasn't actual details where you go, well, actually that's not true because this is how the EU works. If we left, we would lose this, we would lose this, we would lose this. Okay, so you're saying we're not powerful. We're actually the third most powerful country in the EU. What are you talking about? Do you know what I mean? There was all sorts of things that they could have said, but they never did because it wasn't how the media works. And it's a bit crap because the BBC are usually better than that. Our media is really good when things are ticking along. But when it's extreme, I think all media falls down because they're all looking for the big ratings.
Yeah, it's true. Oh, Margaret's still here.
Margaret's still here.
It was what we call a dog whistle over here. I thought you guys were winding down, but put laundry and dryer and you're still here. Yeah, we were. We were supposed to cut off, and then I don't know.
I asked him what he's reading, and then that's it. We're talking about.
He asked me what I was reading, and it was even though it's a fiction book, it's still highly relevant to like the craziness. So we started talking politics.
And I started ranting about Brexit. My daughter said randomly she thinks there might be another referendum. I didn't really. It wasn't a very long conversation. It was just quickly blurted out, and then someone distracted us. But if that's a thing, that would be really interesting because it won't be 48-52 again. I don't know what it would be, but it would be, but again, it would be really pointless and stupid and aggressive discussions again, and a lot of it done on social media. But maybe the actual print media and TV media would be better at it this time, maybe. But they were so bad at it before, you know. There were so many things that EU did that never ever was mentioned on TV that I knew happened. I knew that was one of the things EU gave us. Do you know what I mean? And they never talked about it.
No.
You know.
Yeah, look it up, Margaret. It's kind of getting a little hot because it's so relevant. Wake Up and Open Your Eyes by Chapman. So it's what it's an allegory for what's going on. It's like a virus that's spread through right wing media. People like become catatonic by watching it on the TV, but there are specific like there's no names used. There's like similar names used for like right wing stuff that you would know. So it's a definite. It just came out in 2025. It's definitely an allegory for what's going on. So not that far, but it's pretty good.
Mm.
All right, I gotta pee really bad. So
yeah. Don't worry. My body seems to have settled down. I just bit twice because I need to follow a very important golden rule, and that is don't have an Indian curry just before a live stream.
Right. Thanks for hanging, Margaret. We appreciate you.
Yeah, we really appreciate you still being here.
All right.
Yeah, nice one, Dave.
Bye.
See you later.